Batting practice is over and the grounds crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the On-Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Krauke.
And a very pleasant good evening to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball. This is the On-Deck Circle prior to the start of tonight's game between the Stingers and the Portland Beavers. Game 2 of a 4-game series. Portland winning a slugfest last night by a final score of 10-8. The Beavers had a 10-3 lead going into the 8th inning, but the Stingers got one in the 8th. And then a pair of 2-run homers by Adam Riggs, his third round tripper of the game, and Dallas McPherson with a 2-run shot. All of a sudden, the Stingers were within 2. Shane Halter then doubled with 1 out, but then Jake Grower flied to left, and Will Nieves fouled out to the shortstop J.J. Permaniak down the left field line, and the Beavers had the win by a final score of 10-8. The Beavers have dominated this year like the Stingers dominated last year. Last year, the Stingers took 12 out of the 16 meetings between the two teams. So far this year, Portland has been able to win 10 of the 13 games between these two teams, including 4 out of 5 here at PGE Park. Taking a look at the pitching matchup for tonight's game here at PGE Park, it is for the Stingers, right-hander Chris Butchek with a record of 8 wins and 7 losses. 3-1 lifetime against Portland. And for the Beavers, it'll be right-hander Dennis Tankersley. His record is 5 wins and 4 losses. So the Stingers and Beavers getting ready for this evening's ball game. When we come back, we'll check out the PCL standings right after this on ESPN 1230.
Goodyear's Pit Stop Tire Sale, now through August 28th, and save on Goodyear tires. Plus, buy 4 selected Goodyear tires and get up to a $75 cash card. For everyday low prices and up to a $75 cash card, call 1-800-GOODYEAR for complete details. Stop and get your Goodyears today, and race in to check out Goodyear's new Assurance brand of passenger tires. Mail-in cash card offer ends August 28th.
You think you know me, but do you really know who I am? I am a student, a daughter, and I love my family, but I need my space. I'm smart. I just don't always know what I want. I'm insecure about how I look, how I feel, and I get so angry sometimes at my parents, at myself. But when I need to, I ask for help. I don't have to be alone.
Call the Girls and Boys Town National Hotline at 1-800-448-3000. Help is just a phone call away. 1-800-448-3000.
Time furnished by the Office of National Drug Control Policy.
Westland Ford wants to know, do you need a new car dealer?
If you ask your salesman a question and his answer is, well, that's the way we do it here in the big city, you may need a new car dealer. If your warranty is written on toilet paper, you may need a new car dealer. If the atmosphere at your dealer is sort of like death row on Saturday night, you may need a new car dealer. If every time you ask your salesman a question, his answer is, don't worry about it, you may need a new car dealer. When you take your car back for service, if your salesman hides under his desk, you may need a new car dealer.
At Westland Ford, we want to be your new car dealer. That's why we offer certified pre-owned vehicles with Westland's 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. Westland Ford, 3450 Wall Avenue in Ogden for over 25 years. Westland Ford. And remember,
if you thought any of this was funny, you probably do need a new car dealer.
Welcome back to PGE Park in Portland, where the Stingers are getting ready to take on the Beavers in Game 2 of our 4-game series between these two ball clubs, the final series of the year between these two teams. Right now, let's take a look and check out the standings in the PCL, brought to you by your local Associated Food Stores, featuring Western family brands. Only the best will do for you at Associated Food Stores. First of all, in the North Division with last night's Beavers win and Tacoma's 8-0 loss at the hands of the Edmonton Trappers, the Beavers now move into sole possession of first place in the North by just 1/2 game over Tacoma. Edmonton sits 6.5 back, having won 4 in a row, and the Stingers are 21.5 games off the pace. In the South, Sacramento widened its lead by a game over Tucson last night. beating Las Vegas in 12 innings, 9-8, while the Sidewinders were dropping a 4-3 decision to Fresno. The Grizzlies are 12 out. Las Vegas trails by 15. Oklahoma leads Memphis by 10. With both teams winning last night, the Redhawks over New Orleans 3-1, while the Redbirds down Nashville 6-4. The Sounds 13.5 back, and New Orleans trails by 16. And in the Central, Iowa now leads Colorado Springs by 6 full games after their 1-0 shutout of Albuquerque, and the Sky Sox 5-3 loss to Omaha. Albuquerque 8.5 back, and Omaha trails by 14. Tonight in the PCL, in the first of a doubleheader, Memphis a winner at Nashville, 3-1. The second game scoreless after 1. In the ninth inning at New Orleans, the Zephyrs trail Oklahoma 2-1. In the ninth at Omaha, Colorado Springs leads the Royals 5-0. Only one hit for Omaha through 8 innings. After 4 in Des Moines, Iowa trails Albuquerque by a score of 5-3. Later on, former East High star Mike Gosling goes for Tucson at Fresno. Las Vegas visits Sacramento, and Tacoma plays host to the Edmonton Trappers. And that's checking out the standings in the PCL, brought to you by your local Associated Food Stores. When we come back, we'll check out today's busy schedule in Major League Baseball after this on ESPN 1230.
How you doing? I'm Bruno, the air conditioning guy.
Yes, listen, there's a green fungus growing on the swamp cooler down the side of my house.
I tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a hose and we're going to squirt that right out.
Yes, thank you. Oh, boy.
There is no way a hose is going to fix that problem. With a swamp cooler, recycled water is pulled from a bed of fungus-saturated liquid, poured over deteriorating wood fibers, then forced into your home for you to breathe. Take action. A sophisticated central air conditioning and filtration system will eliminate fungus, bacteria, and mold before it ever reaches your lungs. Take action. Action installs only the best, like Train, Carrier, Tempstar, and Rheem at the lowest price in Salt Lake. Take Action's lowest price challenge. It's easy. If we can't get you the lowest price, we'll give you $50 for your trouble. This $50 offer is great, so please call us for details. Take action. Call Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
Only certified pre-owned BMWs have passed a rigorous inspection by factory-trained BMW technicians and have a 2-year, 50,000-mile extended protection plan added to the original new car warranty for a total of 6 years and 100,000 miles of protection. Plus, if you buy a certified pre-owned BMW that still has the maintenance protection plan in effect, you can extend the maintenance plan to 6 years, 100,000 miles. That's right. Full maintenance for up to 6 years and 100,000 miles. Certified BMWs are only available at BMW of Murray. And during August, you can buy any 2001 3 Series, 5 Series, 7 Series, or X5 BMW and pay only 2.9% APR for up to 60 months on approved credit through BMW Financial Services. Call 262-2479. Go to BMWofMurray.com or visit the BMW of Murray CPO Center at 4689 South State.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
And welcome back to Portland PGE Park, where we're getting ready for today's game between the Stingers and the Beavers. Chris Butchek, the Stingers starter, will getting loose down in the right field bullpen, and Dennis Tankersley likewise down the left field line. Time now to check out what's going on today in Major League Baseball, as another full Saturday afternoon of action today. Not too many night games in the American League. After 5, Texas leading Tampa Bay 6-5. The Angels get underway in just a few moments at Anaheim against Detroit. The Angels have lost 2 in a row and 4 of 5 as they start the day a game and a half behind Oakland in the American League West, tied with Texas. And again, the Rangers lead 6-5 after 5. Oakland will retain their lead in the division as they pounded Kansas City today 6-1. Elsewhere, Toronto topped Baltimore 7-2. It was the Yankees scoring 2 runs in the 8th to beat Seattle 6-4. Boston at Chicago 4-3 as former Buzz first baseman David Ortiz hits his 29th and 30th home runs, the second of which the tiebreaker in the bottom of the 8th. And it was Cleveland pulling to within a game of first place Minnesota in the American League Central as the Indians down the Twins by a final score of 7-1. Over in the National League, there is just a couple of games still going on right now. At Montreal, the Expos lead, slumping Houston by a score of 8-3. After 8 at Shea, the Mets lead the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-3. And in the bottom of the 8th at Cincinnati, the Reds lead San Diego 10-5. A pair of home runs for Willie Mo Pena. Adam Dunn with his 36th of the year for the Reds. Finals, Pittsburgh topped Colorado by a score of 6-1. It was Florida scoring 7 runs in the ninth, breaking open a close game and beating Milwaukee 11-1. At Wrigley Field today, Kerry Wood and Mike Remlinger combined on a 5-hitter as the Cubs beat the Dodgers 2-0. Kerry Wood helped his own cause with his first home run of the year. San Francisco edged Philadelphia 7-6, and Atlanta came from behind to defeat St. Louis by a final score of 9-7. And that's what's happened so far today as far as Major League Baseball is concerned. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineup for tonight's game here at PGE Park. Right after this on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers. ESPN 1230 AM.
Most days, a great round of golf feels completely out of reach.
Oh, funky dog-loving Dublin anchors.
Slice, shank, hook, pull, or just miss.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
No matter your handicap, you have the chance to play the greatest round of your life when you tee it up with the Huntsman Cancer Institute at Thanksgiving Point and Promontory Ranch Club, August 12th and 13th. You can support their work with the most meaningful golf you can play. After the scores are tallied, Huntsman Cancer Institute is celebrating this year's donation gifts of companies, individuals, and organizations with a special evening of fun and entertainment at the Celebration of Hope Gala Dinner and Auction at the Salt Lake Marriott Downtown Hotel the evening of August 13th. So join us in celebration of the continuing work in progress at the Huntsman Cancer Institute.
I'll take a 9 on this one.
Please call Huntsman Cancer Institute for more information or log on to huntsmancancer.org. Special thanks to Deseret Power, Zions Bank, KJAZ TV, and R.C. Willey.
Are you trapped in your old car?
Help! Let me out of here!
Do you owe more than it's worth?
Help! I'm stuck! Gee, thanks. Who are you guys?
Carl Malone Toyota, offering you escape from your current lease or loan. Once we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade-in no matter how much you owe and put you into any one of hundreds of new Toyotas or quality used vehicles for just $88 down, $88 a month. And our intention is to finance everyone. $88 down, $88 a month. Plus, during the final days of Toyota Talk, Carl Malone Toyota offers you their triple play with a Toyota rebate and PDA match of your down payment. The triple play is back at Carl Malone Toyota, Southtown Auto Mall, Salt Lake City, exit 106, I-15. With approved credit, example 01 Corolla, 3 payments of $88, 57 remaining payments of $278 at 8 APR with 88 down, negative equity applied, new loan balance offers cannot be combined.
Welcome back to Portland, where it's time now to give you the starting lineup for tonight's game. Brought to you by National Isuzu Southtown. Isuzu is back at the Salt Lake area at National Isuzu Southtown, located in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. First of all, for the visiting Salt Lake Stingers, managed by Mike Crumley. Leading off the shortstop, Zach Sorensen. Batting second, the left fielder, Adam Riggs. Hitting third and playing first base, Casey Kochman. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Andres Galarraga. Hitting fifth, the third baseman, Dallas McPherson. Batting sixth and playing second base, Shane Halter. Hitting seventh, the center fielder, Brian Gordon. Batting eighth and catching, Tom Gregorio. And hitting ninth, the right fielder, Gary Johnson. Pitching for the Stingers will be right-hander Chris Buchek. Now for the homestanding Portland Beavers, here's how manager Craig Colbert filled out his lineup card. Leading off, the center fielder, Freddie Guzman. Batting second, the right fielder, Kerry Robinson. Hitting third, the left fielder, John Knott. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Xavier Nady. Hitting fifth and catching, Humberto Quintero. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Ramon Vasquez. Hitting seventh and playing third base, Jose Nieves. Batting eighth and playing first base, Joe Gerber. And hitting ninth is the shortstop, J.J. Fermaniak. Pitching for the Beavers will be right-hander Dennis Tankersley. It's the Stingers and the Beavers. Game 2 of a 4-game series. We'll be back with tonight's first pitch right after this. You've been in the On Deck Circle on ESPN 1230.
KQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. Worldwide news. A Citadel Broadcasting Station. This has been the On Deck Circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Why are we turning here? To look at used cars.
I thought we were going to Gus Paulus.
We are.
Gus is in West Valley City. This is Jordan Landing.
Right.
Did I miss something?
He's growing.
Who's growing?
Gus.
Growing? At his age? Imagine that. No more short jokes, no more booster seats at restaurants, no more ads with half a head.
Huh?
Oh, man, Gus is finally growing. And if he can grow, maybe we can all grow.
Oh.
This is the sign. It gives the world new hope.
Honey.
It's a miracle.
His dealership is growing.
What?
They've expanded. This is their new used car lot.
Oh. Well, that's kind of miraculous, isn't it?
If you say so.
Yeah, I do.
Gus may not be getting any taller, but with the new dealership at Jordan Landing, his service and selection keeps getting better.
Hey, I wonder if I'm still growing.
I wonder.
Want to measure me when we get home?
I'm not sure you're coming home.
Aw.
The Gus Paulos Auto Group. With Gus, anything is possible.
The field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Prior to the start of today's game between the Stingers and the Portland Beavers. Good evening, everyone, on this beautiful Sunday night here in Portland. It's the Stingers getting ready to take on the Portland Beavers in Game 2 of the series that began last night with Portland coming out on top by a final score of 10-8 as the Stingers' rally came up short at the end of the ball game. So the Beavers are on the field in their red tops with the black numerals and lettering trimmed in gold, while the Stingers in their sleeveless gray uniforms with the red numerals and lettering trimmed in black, with the red sleeves underneath the sleeveless gray tops. The Beavers have taken the field, as we mentioned. Let's take them around to their positions defensively, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with a beautiful cover, or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. John Knott is in left field, Freddie Guzman in center, and Gary Robinson's in right. Jose Nieves is at third base. J.J. Permaniak at short, Ramon Vasquez at second, and Joe Gerber's at first. A battery of Dennis Tankersley pitching and Humberto Quintero catching. For Tankersley, this will be his 18th start. In 106 1/3 innings, he's given up 107 hits, 50 runs, 40 of them earned. He has struck out 77 and walked 33. He has won 5 and lost 4 with a 3.39 earned run average. BCL batting .265 against right-hander Dennis Tankersley, who has also made 7 appearances and 4 starts for the San Diego Padres, going 0-3, but a pretty good earned run average of 3.20. And the Stingers' parent club, the Anaheim Angels, getting underway momentarily at home against Detroit, in need of a win to keep pace with first place Oakland in the American League West, as they trail the A's by a game and a half. Angels have lost 4 of their last 5, and those have been losses to teams like Baltimore and Detroit. as they play the Tigers tonight. So we're ready to go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as Salt Lake Stingers baseball is on the air for a Saturday night from downtown Portland. Leading things off, the shortstop Zach Sorensen batting .311, 13 doubles, 3 triples, 1 homer, 23 runs batted in. First pitch is strike on the outside corner at the knees, and we're underway. Zach, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against the right-hander Tankersley. 0 for 4 in last night's game. Outfield straight away, the infield back, the pitch. Fastball held high in the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2. The umpires is assigned by the Pacific Coast League. Ryan West is behind the plate. Mike McClinsky at first base, and Mike Jost is the arbiter over at third. The 0-2 on its way, and Sorensen swings and misses at a changeup. He struck him out on 3 pitches, so there's 1 down here in the first. Here's Adam Riggs, who continues to be on a tear. He was 3 for 5 last night with 3 home runs, 4 RBI. Adam has hit safely in 9 games, and in those 9 games, he has 20 hits and 37 at-bats. With 5 home runs and 15 runs batted in. First pitch swinging, a strike, and it's 0-1. 4 pitches, 4 strikes for Dennis Tankersley. He was 2-3 lifetime against Salt Lake. This is his 8th career start against the Stingers. Now the line by Tankersley in the 0-1. Fastball runs inside to the right-hand batter, and the count's even at 1-1. Riggs last night, that's the 8th time in team history that 3 homers have been hit in 1 game. That's, of course, a franchise record. Brian Corton had done it earlier this year. Here's a pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air towards shallow right center field. The right fielder, Kerry Robinson, coming over, and he'll put it away for the second out. 2 up, 2 down here in the Stingers' first. Here's Casey Kotzman batting .357, 15 doubles, 3 homers, and 27 runs batted in for Kotzman, who was 2 for 5 with a pair of doubles last night, extending his hitting streak to 9 straight games. First pitch from Tankersley, swing and a miss. The bottom dropped out of that one, strike 1. He's got that fastball in the mid-90s, a sinker that we just saw there, a slider and a changeup. Tankersley, 6'2", 185, and his 6th professional season out of the St. Louis area. The 0-1 pitch in the way, inside, a ball 1-1. It's Kotzman jackknives to get out of the way. Born in Troy, Missouri, calls St. Charles, Missouri home. 26 years old. I think that's 25 years old. The pitch. Kotzman takes the slider, strike in the inside corner at the knees, 1-2. Ryan West, we've seen early on, with an extended corner on the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kotzman as Tankersley deals. Low and inside at the knees, a slider. The count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tankersley acquired from the Red Sox by San Diego June 30th of 2000. The deal that sent Ed Sprague, veteran infielder, to Boston. 2-2 delivery on the way to Kotzman. Slider again misses inside at the knees, and that fills the count at 3-2. So full count to Kotzman. During his streak, he's 24 for 41. 3-2 payoff pitch, swung on, lifted down the left field line, slicing foul and out of play. Ball bouncing around, winding up on one of the tents down the left field line, selling extra concessions. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Kotzman. No score, top of the first just underway. 2 outs, nobody out. The 3-2 payoff pitch again. Swinging a ground foul. That went into and out of the Stingers' dugout at first. Stingers with a record of 45-74. Their next loss, obviously, their 75th, would tie the franchise record for most losses in a season set last year. The first sub-500 record in franchise history. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now Tankersley's payoff pitch for the 3rd time. Swinging a curveball, and it bounced foul through the coach's box at first. Handled cleanly by Stingers hitting coach Jim Efford, who here in this ballpark managed the Portland Rockies to the Northwest League title in 1997. 3 balls, 2 strikes as Kotzman has fouled off 3 full count pitches. Here comes the 4th. Long on, that's lifted in the air towards left center field. Guzman, the center fielder, waiting for it, makes the catch to retire the side. The Stingers are up and down in order in the first. After one half inning of play, Salt Lake nothing, and Portland's coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
After a 10-win season, a Liberty Bowl shutout of Southern Miss, and a top 25 ranking, you may think the University of Utah football team is satisfied. Well, Urban Meyer and the boys want to let you in on a little secret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't seen nothing yet! So call 581-UTIPS for your season tickets because you ain't seen nothing yet!
Why are we turning here?
To look at used cars.
I thought we were going to Gus Paulus.
We are.
Gus is in West Valley City. This is Jordan Landing.
Right.
Did I miss something?
He's growing.
Who's growing?
Gus.
Growing? At his age? Imagine that. No more short jokes, no more booster seats at restaurants, no more ads with half a head.
Huh?
Oh, man, Gus is finally growing. And if we can grow, maybe we can also.
Oh.
This is a sign. It gives the world new hope.
Honey.
It's a miracle.
His dealership is growing.
What?
They've expanded. This is their new used car lot.
Oh. Well, that's kind of miraculous, isn't it?
If you say so.
I do.
Gus may not be getting any taller, but with a new dealership at Jordan Landing, his service and selection keeps getting better.
Hey, I wonder if I'm still growing.
I wonder.
Want to measure me when we get home?
I'm not sure you're coming home.
Aw.
The Gus Paulus Auto Group. With Gus, anything is possible.
Stingers up and down in order in the top half of the first. Defensively, let's take a look at their alignment brought to you by the Phone Directories Company. Adam Riggs in left, Brian Gordon in center, Gary Johnson in right, Dallas McPherson at third, Zach Sorensen at short, Shane Halter at second, and Casey Kochman's at first. A battery of Chris Butchek pitching and Tom Gregorio catching. For Butchek, his 24th start in 132 and 2/3 innings. He's given up 166 hits, 88 runs, 80 of them earned. He has struck out 88 and walked 47. 4 hit batters, 7 wild pitches, and 19 home runs allowed. Chris is 8 and 7 with a 5.43 earned run average. The BCL batting .303 against Butchek. First pitch fastball to Freddie Guzman, high, ball 1. Guzman batting .290, 11 doubles, 4 triples, a homer, 18 runs batted in. The guy you want to keep off the base path. Stolen base leader in the league with 45. Takes inside at the belt, and it's 2-0. He's only been thrown out 5 times as he was able to go 3 for 3 in the stolen base department. There's a pitch, breaking ball, strike. And the count is 2-1 on Guzman. A switch hitter batting left-handed against the right-hander Butchek. Overall, last night he went 1 for 4. Now the pitch. Breaking ball, that's low. And the count on Guzman, 3-1 with Gary Robinson due next. Now the pitch. Strike. A changeup on the outside corner above the belt. The count 3-1. Three balls, 2 strikes now the count on Guzman as Butchek delivers the payoff pitch. Breaking ball just missed a little bit low, ball 4. And the walk to Freddie Guzman in a lot of ways the same as giving him a double. So here's Gary Robinson, the right fielder, batting .278. 4 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, and 13 runs batted in. Watch out for Guzman over at first. Butchek ready. Creeping in at third, McPherson. The pitch. There goes Guzman. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second base is a strike. And safe at second base with a stolen base is Guzman. A head first slide. He just got the hand in ahead of the tag of the shortstop Sorensen. And so Guzman with his league-leading 46th stolen base of the year. So 0-1 on the count, and just like that, there's a runner in scoring position. And nobody out. Luchek ready. The glance towards Guzman and the 0-1 to Robinson. Bunted, third base side. Buchek quickly off the hill, has it, sets and throws to first, just in time for the out. On the play, Guzman goes to third. 1-3 on the putout, and Robinson nearly beat it out. So it will be a sacrifice for Robinson. 1-3 on the putout. One away. That'll bring up John Knott, the left fielder. Knott batting .286. 18 doubles, 2 triples, 18 homers, 68 runs batted in. A runner at third base, 1 out. Now the pitch to Knott. Swinging a foul back. That one hit almost the exact same spot as the ball hit last night. The only difference is there are no nachos. The nachos were there yesterday, and the sauce went all over the place. That time it hit a basket of plastic silverware. Obviously a fork ball. Now the pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side. McPherson has it. His only play will be to first in time for the out. And on the play, Guzman comes to score. And it's 1-0 Beavers. And again, the speed of Guzman, the difference. So the Beavers on the board without the benefit of a hit. So with 2 outs and the bases empty, Xavier Nady, the batter, hitting .318, 17 doubles, 11 homers, 40 runs batted in. There's a pitch fouled back into the right, out of play. 1 strike to count. Oh, and 1 the count on Xavier Nady, who drove in 5 runs last night, going 3 for 4. There's a pitch, fastball just a little bit low and inside of the right-hand batter, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield swung around towards right for Nady as Chris delivers the 1-1. Fastball chopped up the middle. That's going to get through. No, flagged down by Sorensen. The throw to first, though, way off line. It'll be an infield single for Xavier Nady. Sorensen going far to his left. Fortunate to be able to get a glove on it, but couldn't get anything on the throw. And so Nady reaches at first base. Here's Humberto Quintero batting .325, 21 doubles, 4 homers, 27 runs batted in, 3 for 5 with a pair of doubles and an RBI in last night's game. Beavers leading 1-0 here in the first. Good check, glancing over his left shoulder at Nady. First pitch on the way to Quintero. Chopped to first on 1 hop. Kotzman backhands it and steps on the bag to retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. The end of 1. Portland 1, the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Are you trapped in your old car?
Help! Let me out of here!
Do you owe more than it's worth?
Help! I'm stuck!
Gee, thanks. Who are you guys?
Carl Malone Toyota, offering you escape from your current lease or loan. Once we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade-in no matter how much you owe, and put you into any one of hundreds of new Toyotas or quality used vehicles for just $88 down, $88 a month. And our intention is to finance everyone.
$88
now. $88 a month. Plus, during the final days of Toyota Talk, Carl Malone Toyota offers you their Triple Play with a Toyota rebate and TDA match of your down payment. The Triple Play is back at Carl Malone Toyota, Southtown Auto Mall, Salt Lake City, exit 106, I-15. With approved credit, example 01 Corolla, 3 payments of $88, 57 remaining payments of $278 at 8 APR with 88 down, negative equity applied to loan balance offers, LME combined.
All right, we go to the second inning. 1-0 the score in favor of Portland. It'll be Andres Galarraga, Dallas McPherson, and Shane Halter, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters to face right-hander Dennis Tankersley. Tankersley's last start came on the 8th of August at New Orleans. He took the loss against the Zephyrs, giving up just 2 runs on 5 hits in 4 2/3 innings, striking out 4 and walking 2. Got a lot of good outings with no decisions of late. Here's Andres Galarraga, 0 for 5 last night here in Portland. First pitch taking a fastball outside of the knees, ball 1. For the time he's been with Salt Lake, Galarraga, 303 hitter, 1 double, 1 homer, 7 runs batted in. Now the 1-0 pitch, swung on, chopped toward third, charging Nieves, gloves it near the bag, throws to first in time to get Galarraga by a step. 1 down, that'll bring up Dallas McPherson. McPherson batting .299, 11 doubles, 5 triples, 14 homers, 36 runs batted, and they got to thinking with that foul ball coming back into the plastic silverware. I was surmising whether or not Buchek had a forkball. Come to think of it, with the plastic knives in there, it could have been a cut fastball. First pitch to McPherson on the way. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. One of the big differences for Tankersley this year as opposed to last year when he went 8-11 for Portland has been dropping down his arm angle a bit on his delivery. The 0-1. Fastball in tight at the belt, 1-1 the count. Brought his velocity on his fastball back into the low 90s. Now the pitch. Swing. Got a fastball and a foul tip into the glove. The catcher Quintero. The count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the line, here's the 1-2. Swinging a high drive, deep center field. Guzman back at the track near the 405 sign, has room and makes the catch. Dallas just got under that one. 2 out. Here's Shane Halter batting .290, 3 doubles, 3 homers, 9 runs batted in. Halter, 1 for 3 last night. There's an off-speed pitch into the knees for a strike. Now the pitch. Off speed, and that one's over for a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Tankersley ready, the pitch. Swung on, there's a drive. Deep left field. Not going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's off the scoreboard. A long home run for Shane Halter, and that ties the game at 1-1. Well, McPherson got a hold of his, but he hit it to the wrong part of the ballpark. Halter belted that one to left center field, and it carried off the scoreboard, which is above street level in left center field. Quite a poke by Shane Halter for his 4th home run in a Salt Lake uniform, and that's another Mountain America home equity home run. Finance your home equity or construction loan today with Mountain America Credit Union. So a 1-1 ball game here in the second. The fastball high and tight to Brian Gordon, batting .265, 22 doubles, 3 triples, 18 homers, 60 runs batted in. Brian with that inside the park home run last night. Pitch inside at the knees for a ball. So 1-1 ball game thanks to the home run by Halter. 2 balls to count on Brian Gordon. For Tankersley, that was the 10th home run he has surrendered this year. The 2-0. Herb low and inside of the left-hand batter, and the count goes to 3-0. Overall last night, Gordon 2 for 4, including that inside the park home run. Now the pitch on the 3-0, breaking ball low, and he walked him. So Brian Gordon receives the first free pass of the ball game from Dennis Tankersley, and that'll bring up Tom Gregorio, the catcher, batting .213. 8 doubles, 1 triple, 5 homers, 28 runs batted in. Again, a pair of day games left as far as this series is concerned. 3:05 Mountain Time tomorrow. 1:05 on Monday. So 2 outs, a runner at first base, and Gregorio the hitter. He did not play last night. Batting .300 against the Beavers this year. First pitch low and outside, ball 1. 6 for 20 against Portland pitching with a double and a run batted in. Tom comes into this game with a 4-game hitting streak working. Coming off a homestand in which he went 8 for 21 against Omaha and Iowa combined. The 1-0 pitch. Outside at the knees, a ball, and it's 2-0. It coincided with a chance to play just about every day with Will Nieves up at the big league level with Anaheim. A time called as the catcher Quintero out to talk with Tankersley, who's delivered 6 straight pitches out of the strike zone. 2-run home run for, a home run rather, for David Eckstein. The Angels lead the Tigers 2-0 after 1. Runner at first base, 2 outs. The pitch. Fastball in at the knees. A strike at the count on Gregorio. 2 balls and 1 strike. Most of the action completed in the major leagues. As a matter of fact, only 2 games going on right now. That one in Tampa Bay at Texas. The Rangers leading the Devil Rays 6-5 in the 7th. Gordon bluffs a move at first. The slider low and outside for a ball. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Brian 4 out of 6 in the stolen base department. Of course, he'd be automatic to be on the move at first at 3-2. Let's see if he's running on 3-1 here. The infield back, the outfield shaded towards right for Gregorio as Tankersley comes set. Gordon does not go, and the pitch, the fastball outside. He walked him. He went sidearm on that delivery and missed away with it. So back-to-back walks issued by Tankersley after the home run by Halter. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Gary Johnson. Johnson batting .244, 12 doubles, 4 triples, 4 homers, 30 runs batted in. Did not play last night. He's 7 for 29 on the season against the Portland pitching staff. So a chance for the Stingers to take the lead here, with 2 on and 2 out here in the 2nd inning. It's to Gary, and it's inside at the knees. A fastball, ball 1. Johnson 0 for 2, plus a walk against Tankersley this year. In one game and 1 for 3 in another, so he's 1 for 5 altogether. 1-0 the count, the pitch. Swing and a foul off the bat handle into the seats just to the left of the press box. The count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the chase is on for the Souvenir. 1-1 the count on Gary. Just spot duties these days. Only 1 game in each of the last 3 series played. Now the 1-1. Johnson takes a changeup high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Outfield straight away for the left-hand batter. Now Tankersley ready. Checks the runner at second, the 2-1. High and inside with a fastball, and it's 3-1. Tankersley all over the place with his control now. Looks so smooth in retiring the first 5 batters, but then he gave up the home run to Halter on an 0-2 pitch. And since then, 11 of his next 13 pitches have been out of the strike zone. 3 balls, 1 strike the count on Gary. Tankersley looking into Quintero for the sign as the 3-1 comes home. Swing, and he jammed and popped it up in front of home plate. The catcher, Quintero, out with the mask off, is there halfway between home plate and the mound to make the catch. And in the second inning, the Stingers tie it up on a home run by Halter. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. It is the Stingers 1, Portland 1 on ESPN 1230.
Two of the fastest growing crimes in Utah are fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely at Certified Shred. With Certified Shred, you can have your items shredded on site with their state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck, or you can let their secured personnel do it off-site. To contact the bonded and insured professionals at Certified Shred, call 972-4748. They've been handling the removal of sensitive documents for over 5 years, so they know what they're doing. Certified Shred, 972-4748.
Hey, this is Dale Shaughnessy from Totally Awesome Computers. And computers, it's very important that you get good service with it. So I was going to show you how pathetic Dell support is by calling them live on the air to give you a demonstration, but there's no way I've been able to get a hold of them in the time it takes to make this commercial. So let me just call a Totally Awesome Computer store and show you how service is supposed to be done, where you have real people answer the phone. Check this out. This is a real call.
Totally Awesome Computers, this is Andy. We can do anything for you. Love you. How may I help you?
Hi there. Hey, do you guys cover viruses under your warranty?
We sure do. We'll take care of that for you.
Really? What if I don't want to do anything and I don't want to download stuff? Can I just bring it to you and have you just take care of it for me?
I would love to do that for you.
What's that cost?
It's free. It's no charge. It's under warranty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Can you see the difference? At Totally Awesome Computers, we actually have service.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. It's a 1-1 ball game now, and for Portland, it'll be the top of the order, it'll be Ramon Vasquez, Jose Nieves, and Joe Gerber due up, looking at the wrong side of the scorebook. Vasquez hitting .271, 15 doubles, a triple, 5 homers, 22 runs batted in, 1 for 4 in last night's game. Now Chris Butchek ready to go in the pitch to Vasquez. A changeup in for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Vasquez on the year. 1 for 3 against Chris. No balls, 1 strike to the left-hand batter as Butchek deals. That one bounces about 3 feet in front of the home plate and goes all the way to the screen. The count's even at 1-1. Stingers baseball brought to you by Taco Maker. Today's the last day to celebrate Taco Maker's 26th birthday party. Buy a half-soft Super Taco and get the second one for just 26 cents. Join the birthday celebration and get a 26-cent soft Super Taco. Taco Maker, best mix under the sun. Vasquez fouls back the pitch, and the count's 1-2. Taco Maker donates $5 to the United Way for every double play turned by the Stingers this year. They've turned 112 double plays, making the total donation so far $560. 1-2 pitch to Vasquez on the way. A fastball high, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. 1-1 here in the bottom of the second inning. Butchek ready, the pitch. Swinging a broken bat, roller to the right side. Halter gobbles it up, steps and throws to first in plenty of time to get Vasquez. 1 away in the second inning. Brings up Jose Nieves, the third baseman. Former Stinger batting .280, 19 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, 31 runs batted in. 3 for 5 with a homer and 2 RBI. Snapped a 3-3 tie with a home run last night in the third. A home run that put the Beavers ahead to stay. Now Butchek ready. The pitch to Jose. It's a fastball strike. Letter high in the inside half of the plate. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Chris got roughed up his last time out, but got the win anyway against Omaha. It's low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gave up 7 runs on 12 hits in 5 2/3 innings, but got the win last Sunday in a victory over the Royals, 12-9. 1-1 pitch, swing, and a miss at a fastball, 1-2. That in some way makes up a little bit for some of those other games in which Chris pitched so well in the bullpen. wasn't able to hold on to the lead for him. Vucek has won his last 2 starts. The pitch swung on, lifted in the air to right center field. Gary Johnson drifting over, now coming in a few steps, and he'll make the below-the-cap high catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Joe Gerber, the first baseman. Gerber, Portland native, batting .267, 8 doubles, a homer, and 9 runs batted in, making his first appearance in this series. He's 8 for 26 against the Stingers this season. So Gerber, the batter. 1 for 3 against Vucek this year. The first pitch, this is low for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. The bottom drops out of that one. A good slider by Vucek, and the count's 1-1. Chris, with that last win against Omaha, his 20th in a Salt Lake uniform, tying him with teammate Steve Green for 5th on the all-time wins list in franchise history. 1-1 offering, breaking ball low and inside to the left-hand batter. 2-1 the count with Troy Hawkins, now with the Chicago Cubs, leads with 32. Mark Redmond now with Oakland at 23. Travis Miller and Shane Bowers with 22. Vucek and Green with 20 each. 2-1 delivery, a fastball just a little bit high, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Chris, 20 and 19 lifetime as a Stinger. 3-1 pitch to Gerber. Swung on, pop foul to the left of home plate and out of play. And now the count is full at 3-2. Vucek starts tonight his 59th in a Salt Lake uniform, 3rd all-time behind Redmond and Hawkins. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on and smashed past the diving Kochman down the right field line. Gary Johnson backhands it in the corner and holds Gerber to a single. Casey making the diving effort, but on the artificial turf it bounced high over his outstretched glove. But a good play by Johnson to get over there and hold Gerber to a single, keeping him out of scoring position for the time being. Now here's the shortstop, J.J. Fermaniak, batting .273. 20 doubles, 3 triples, 16 homers, 60 runs batted in. He was 1 for 4 last night. Fermaniak 1 for 5 against Vucek this season. The pitch. Breaking ball low and outside to the right-hand batter. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to the right-hand batter. Now Vucek ready to glance over his left shoulder at Gerber. The pitch. Changeup drops in under the letters for a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Vucek beat Portland at Franklin Covey Field on April the 26th, giving up 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 6 hits and 6 1/3 innings. Now the 1-1. Fastball popped up foul, first base side, out of play. Into the seats, 1-2. Then on July 23rd, Chris gave up 2 runs, only 1 of them earned on 5 hits in 6 innings, striking out a season-high 8 batters, but did not come to play in the decision. In a ball game that was won by Portland in 11 innings, 4-3. 1-2 pitch, punch towards third. Up with it, McPherson. He throws to second base to Shane Halter for the force out on Gerber. And that'll do it for Portland here in the second. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left after 2. Stingers 1, Portland 1 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
If you're looking for the breakthrough, let's go. Get a fresh and get it hot. Michael Mickle has the best brew. Let's go. We know you've been a lot. Hey,
Discover the fresh taste of the Taco Maker. We fry our own taco shells and tortilla chips daily to make them crispy fresh. Our homemade salsas and sauces are the talk of the town. And our refried beans are made from scratch every morning. We use real ground beef and marinate tasty all-white meat chicken with our own marinade recipe. We're keeping it real with real Monterey cheddar cheeses. Hey, it's time you got a taste of the Taco Maker.
Get it fresh and get it hot. We know you'll get a lot. Hey.
Taco Maker Bean Burrito Babies are back. Mini crisp bean burritos rolled in a corn flour tortilla, and you get 3 in every order for only $1.89. How many Bean Burrito Babies can you eat? 3, 6, 9? Get your hot, crispy Bean Burrito Babies while they last, only at the Taco Maker.
Taco Maker, Taco Maker. Fresh and get it hot. Make fresh.
Connected Wireless is growing to better serve you with their new Provo Town Center store. Connected Wireless doesn't just sell one-of-a-kind wireless services like most wireless companies. Connected Wireless is your one-stop wireless source. They'll fix you up with the right plan and the right service from Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Plus, Connected Wireless has all the latest and hard-to-find accessories. Connected Wireless will beat any deal, even internet deals. Call 205-3 or look in the yellow pages to find one of 7 Connected Wireless locations. Get connected, stay connected with Connected Wireless.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the third. Each team will have the top of the order due up in the inning. Zach Sorensen to start things off for the Stingers. He struck out swinging his first time up. Tankersley delivers a breaking ball, strikes the knees, 0-1. It's always the third inning, brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. The best place to improve your short game is the Jordan River Par 3. The 0-1. Sorensen swings, runs one sharply to the right side. Vasquez, the second baseman, to his left. Gloves, spits in, throws to first for the out. Sorensen retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Adam Riggs to flat out to Kerry Robinson in right center field his first time up. Small groups are welcome with fantastic discounts available at the Jordan River Par 3. So for tee times, call 533-4527 or go online at slc-golf.com. 1 out, base is empty for the Stingers here in the third for Adam Riggs. Outfield playing Adam straight away, the former Portland Beaver. Takes a fastball down the middle above the knees for a strike 0-1. It's also time to find out what else is happening under the lights tonight at the PCL as well as Major League Baseball. Brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. The 0-1 offering, a fastball runs inside the right-hand batter, and it's even at 1-1. Memphis trying to take a doubleheader at Nashville, won the opener today, 3-1, and they lead the nightcap 2-1 after 4. 1-1 pitch to Riggs. Change up outside of the belt, 2-1 the count. At New Orleans, Oklahoma topped the Zephyrs 5-1. At Omaha, the Colorado Springs shut out the Royals 5-0. Now the 2-1. Runs inside, and Riggs swings and cracks his bat on a foul ball at the third baseline, and the count's even at 2-2. In Oklahoma's 5-win win over New Orleans, the losing pitcher, the former Kearns star, Brandon Duckworth. Now 3-3 with New Orleans. At Des Moines, Albuquerque leads Iowa 5-3 in the 8th. Fresno 1, Tucson nothing. After 1 at Grizzly Stadium. After 2 in Sacramento, Las Vegas out in front by a score of 1-0 over the River Cats. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Adam Riggs. The pitch comes home. Fastball hit in the air to right field towards the corner. Kerry Robinson on the run. Now slows down as he gets there to make the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Casey Kochman, who flied out to Guzman in center his first time up. After 1 at Tacoma, no score between the Trappers and the Rainiers. In the American League, Texas 6, Tampa Bay 5. Rangers batting in the bottom of the 8th. Gary Matthews Jr. and Kevin Mench have homered for the Rangers in that one. In the top of the third at Anaheim, the Angels lead Detroit 2-1. David Eckstein with his first home run of the year for the Angels. It's to Kochman, tried to hold up on a breaking ball, couldn't do it. It's a strike 0-1. Finals, Toronto top Baltimore 7-2. Josh Towers the winner, now 8-4. One of the lone bright spots for the Blue Jays pitching staff. A one-strike pitch to Kotzman on the way. Bounces in for a ball, and that evens the count at 1-1. Oakland broke a 1-all tie with a 5-run six to beat the Royals 6-1. Yankees 6, Seattle 4 up at Safeco. Looking at that Mariners lineup, the Yankees were playing the Tacoma Rainiers. There's a swing and a ground ball foul at the first base side into the dugout, 1-2, with the exceptions of course like guys like Boone and Ichiro. David Ortiz, the former Buzzman, with a pair of home runs, including the game winner in the 8th, as Boston edged Chicago 4-3, and Cleveland pounded Minnesota 7-1. The Indians now only a game behind the Twins of the American League Central race. A 1-2 to Kotzman, swung on, that's driven in the air to right. Robinson back at the track, has room and makes the catch about 3 steps in front of the fence. They retire the side. The Stingers up and down in order in the 3rd. And after 2 1/2 it remains. Stingers 1, Portland 1 on ESPN 1230.
Equity loans are easy to get at Mountain America Credit Union. Easier, perhaps, than deciding what to do with the money.
We could get a deck and a hot tub.
Remodel the bathroom and a jetted tub.
Once you make up your mind, you'll pay no appraisal fees, no origination fees, no closing costs, and no annual fees at Mountain America.
A snowmobile.
Try a snow blower.
While you're deciding what to do with the money, call or visit Mountain America Credit Union or log on to mtnamerica.org.
How about a widescreen TV?
How about storm windows with screens?
At Mountain America Credit Union, we make getting home equity loans easy. So get approved.
An ATV.
A riding lawnmower.
Unfortunately, we're no help at all when it comes to deciding what to do with the money.
Oh, come on, lighten up. Okay, let's get a fishing boat.
Oh, you want water? We'll take a cruise.
Mountain America Credit Union, member NCUA and equal opportunity lender.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
We go to the bottom of the 3rd. 1-1 our score. Again, the 3rd inning brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. For tea times, call 533-4527 or go online at slc-golf.com. Freddie Guzman walked, stole second, moved to 3rd on a sacrifice and scored on a ground out his first time up. As Vucek misses inside of the knees, ball 1. 10 out of 4 to put this man on base. He gets on and earns it with a hit, that's one thing, but you can't walk this guy. He'll turn it into a run in a hurry, as we saw in the 1st. Swing on a fastball, and he fouls it back 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Finishing our look at the scores. All the National League games have been completed now. Pirates down Colorado 6-1. At Montreal, the Expos hammering another nail in the Astros coffin, beating Houston today 8-3. Carlos Hernandez, just up from New Orleans, took the loss. At Milwaukee, the Marlins crushed the Brewers 11-1. A 7-run ninth, leaving no doubt in that one. There's a pitch rolled up the first base side and foul. The count's 1-2. At Shea, the Mets rallied to beat the Diamondbacks 4-3. Al Leiter, the winner, now 9-4 on the year. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swinging a foul. Tapped at home plate. 1-2 the count. San Diego is rolling along with a 5-2 lead at Cincinnati, but the Reds scored 6 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th to beat the Padres 11-5. Adam Dunn with his 36th home run for Cincinnati. William Opeña with his 20th and 21st. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Guzman takes one in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Gregorio, and the count's even at 2-2. Gary Wood pitches and hits the Cubs to a 2-0 win over the Dodgers. Wood with a shutout baseball with some bullpen help. He also hit his first home run of the year. 2-2 to Guzman. Swing and a miss as he couldn't catch up with a high fastball. That's the first strikeout for Chris Vucek. 1 down in the 3rd. And that'll bring up Kerry Robinson, a successful sacrifice butter, his first time up. Giants blow a 5-0 lead, fall behind the Phillies 6-5. They get one in the 6th and one in the 8th to beat Philadelphia 7-6. And Atlanta rally with 3 in the bottom of the 7th to beat St. Louis 9-7, despite Albert Pujols' 34th and 35th home runs of the season. Chipper Jones went deep for Atlanta twice, his 17th and 18th of the year. First pitch to Robinson. He chops down at it and fouls it to the right side. Strike one. He tried to beat that one into the ground, hoping for the high hop. Edmonton's taken a 1-0 lead at Tacoma after 2. Again, the Rainiers a half game behind Portland in the North Division race. A little over 3 weeks to play. Breaking ball low, 1-1, but as we mentioned yesterday, due to a quirk in the schedule, they'll play each other 9 consecutive days coming up. 4 here and 5 at Cheney Stadium. The 1-1 to Robinson. Fastball inside at the knees, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Stingers 1, Portland 1. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Now Buchek ready, the 2-1 offering, and that slider misses inside for ball 3. Robinson again, jackknifes to get out of the way. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. Outfield playing Robinson to pull towards right. The 3-1 offering, chopped to the right side. Kochman has it on the second bounce. He'll take it himself. 6 steps to the bag for the out on Robinson. 2 up, 2 down here in the Portland 3rd. That'll bring up John Knott, who drove in the Beavers' run with a ground ball to the third baseman McPherson. Scoring Guzman easily from 3rd. Knott thrown out at first base by McPherson for Knott. That's his team leading 69th run batted in of the year. So 2 outs and the base is empty for the Beavers. Buchek's offering is drilled into left field, a base hit, and heading all the way to the wall, chasing it down Riggs, taking the turn at first Knott, and he's held to a single on a great recovery by Riggs out in left field. That ball sharply hit all the way to the wall, but Riggs got over there in a hurry, played the carom well, and the only thing Knott could do was stop at first. Otherwise, he would have been easy out at second base. That is the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Beavers, and so with a runner at first base and 2 outs, the hitter will be Xavier Nadeau. Reached on an infield single on a chopper up the middle his first time up. 2 outs, a runner at first base. Buchek ready to pitch. Going on and pop foul. First base side on the roof. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Nadeau, a rarity from the standpoint a non-pitcher. Had to have the Tommy John surgery done on his right elbow in September of 2001. No balls, 1 strike the count. Buchek, the pitch. Curveball, little cue shot off the end of the bat, rolling up the first baseline. They're going to let it go, and it goes foul about halfway up the line from home plate. So the count 0-2. Xavier Nadeau heads back to the plate as John Knott returns to first base. Last night in the PCL, we mentioned Iowa beat Albuquerque 1-0. Sergio Mitre with a 1-hitter. The 1 hit came on a double by the second batter that Mitre faced, Josh Wilson. He ended up with 9 strikeouts and retired the last 23 batters he faced. Russ Johnson's leadoff home run in the bottom of the 9th off former Stinger Juan Alvarez, providing Iowa and Mitre with a 1-0 win. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Nadeau. Buchek ready. Now the pitch. Fastball high and outside. 1-2 the count on Nadeau. Beavers at 67 and 53. Just a half game ahead of Tacoma at 65 and 52. The Tacoma actually won up on the loss side. 1-2 delivery. Curveball chopped towards the hole and sneak through into left field, a base hit. Ball wasn't hit sharply, but well placed. On to second base goes Knott. Nady's 2 for 2. And so back-to-back singles after 2 outs. And that'll bring up Humberto Quintero, who grounded out to the first baseman Kotzman his first time up. That's 4 hits now for the Beavers in the ballgame. But the 1 run that they have scored so far came without the benefit of a hit. Again, Guzman walked the lead off the first, stole second, moved to third on a sacrifice, and scored on a ground out. So 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the third in a 1-1 game. Adam Rake's done retrieving something that had fallen onto the field in left field. The 2 on, 2 out. Buchek ready. The check to the runner at second base. The pitch. Change up strike in under the letters on the inside half of the plate. 0-1. No balls. 1 strike to count. Outfield shaded towards right for Quintero. Buchek ready. The 0-1. Fastball line caught by Buchek. Shoulder high. Wasn't hit all that hard, but it was about shoulder high to the first base side of the mound, and Buchek able to reach out with that 6'5" frame and pull it in for the third out of the inning. The no runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on the base paths, and after 3 completed remains, Stingers 1, Portland 1 on ESPN 1230.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfields Road in Layton.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Steve Plowkey back with you here at PGE Park in Portland when the Stingers and the Beavers are tied at 1. It'll be Andres Galarraga, Dallas McPherson, and Shane Halter, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. And the Stingers ordered to face right-hander Dennis Tankersley. Galarraga rolled out to the third baseman Jose Nieves his first time up. It's also time for This Date in Baseball History, brought to you by Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Just 20 minutes from the ballpark. Visit Stedman's, where you deal with the owner, not a salesman. So Galarraga at the plate, hitless in his last 6 trips to the plate in the Stingers uniform. First pitch on the way from Tankersley is foul, back off the top of the screen, strike 1. On this date 2 years ago, Reds catcher Jason LaRue has a bad first inning with former Kearns High star knuckleballer Jared Fernandez on the mound, allowing 3 fastballs and a run-scoring wild pitch. Swing and a foul, hit it under the glove to catcher Quintero. The count's 0-2. Arizona wins that game by a score of 7-2. Tough catching that knuckleball. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Galarraga. The pitch. Fastball lifted foul. First base side over the roof and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. On this date in 1998, Baltimore catcher Chris Hoyles becomes the 9th player and first catcher to hit 2 grand slams in a single game in a 15-3 win over Cleveland. The 0-2. Fastball outside, 1-2 the count. is the catcher. A.J. Pierzynski is the only player in this Salt Lake franchise's history to hit 2 grand slams in the same game. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the big cat. Andres Galarraga as Tankersley deals. Swinging a foul, banging that one off his front foot. So it remains 1-2 the count of the big cat. On this date in 1991, the Angels' Dave Winfield hits the 400th home run of his career. At that time, the 23rd player in history to reach that milestone in the Angels' 7-4 win over Minnesota. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Galarraga. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Tankersley, and there's 1 down here in the 4th. Here's Dallas McPherson, who flied out to the warning track in center field his first time up. Guzman making the catch a couple of steps shy of the wall at the 4:05 sign. On this date in 1991 also, the Mariners' Randy Johnson throws a 1-hitter, losing the no-hitter in the 9th inning when Michael Gallegos singles. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch. Low and inside. A breaking ball. 1-0 the count on McPherson. Angels on this date in 1990 beat the Yankees 9-5 on an inside-the-park grand slam by Luis Polonia. 1-0 pitch to McPherson. Down low, ball 2 is Jesse Barfield in right. Missed a shoestring catch, and his somewhat leisurely pursuit of the ball allows Polonia to score. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Low for a ball, 3-0. Ironically, 2 weeks later, Barfield would misplay another drive into a 4-run inside-the-park home run. 3-0, the count on McPherson with 1 out. Bases empty, the pitch. Fastball high, and Dallas walks on 4 straight out of the strike zone. That is the 3rd walk issued by Tankersley. So now here's Shane Halter, who launched one off the scoreboard at left center field his first time up to tie the game at 1-1, and that's where we stand right now. Infield, a double play depth. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at a sinking fastball. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Outfield sprayed away. Again, the infield a double play depth. Go to first. And McPherson is back on this date in 1971 at the age of 35. Cardinals ace Bob Gibson pitches the first no-hitter of his career, an 11-0 shellacking of the Pirates. No balls, 1 strike the count. The pitch. Fastball strike outside half of the plate, just under the letters 0-2. In a career filled with outstanding performances, Gibson said after that game it was the greatest game he had ever pitched anywhere. Might be some who would disagree. Some of the great performances he had over the years, including some of the World Series. Now the 0-2 to Halter. There goes McPherson. The pitch is lifted in the air towards right. Robinson towards the line, now slows down, comes in, makes the catch, and McPherson gets back to the bag at first base. So 2 outs. And a runner at first for Brian Gordon, who drew a base on balls his first time up. So 2 outs, a runner at first. 1-1 our score here in the top of the 4th. First pitch to Bryant. Fastball high, ball 1. McPherson, the runner at first. 2 out of 2 in the stolen base department. As a Stinger, he was 6 out of 11 in the stolen base department. With Double-A Arkansas. Want to know the count? Gordon swings and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt. It evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the score. Stingers with 1 hit, Portland with 4. Now Tankersley's pitch. Low and inside for the breaking ball. 2-1 the count on Bryant. And Stingers back home Tuesday to open up a 4-game series against the Edmonton Trappers. Final visit of that franchise as the Edmonton Trappers. They'll be the Round Rock Express next year. 2-1 pitch. McPherson goes, and it's smacked foul up the first base side. Just past the Stingers dugout, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. And it's an 8-game homestand after Edmonton's in Las Vegas appears for 4, the AAA affiliate of the Dodgers. 2 balls, 2 strikes, at least for the rest of this year. 2-2 pitch. Gordon lines one to center field. Guzman going back, gets turned around, but it's there just on the warning track to make the catch and retire the side. Stingers have had 2 or 3 balls caught on the warning track in this game. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It remains Stingers 1, Portland 1 on ESPN 1230.
Goodyear's Pit Stop Tire Sale. Now through August 28th. And save on Goodyear tires. Plus, buy 4 selected Goodyear tires and get up to a $75 cash card. For everyday low prices and up to a $75 cash card, call 1-800-GOODYEAR for complete details. Stop and get your Goodyears today. And race in to check out Goodyear's new Assurance brand of passenger tires. Mail-in cash card offer ends August 28th.
You think you know me, but do you really know who I am? I am a student, a daughter, and I love my family, but I need my space. I am smart. I just don't always know what I want. I'm insecure about how I look, how I feel, and I get so angry sometimes at my parents and myself. But when I need to, I ask for help. I don't have to be alone.
Call the Girls and Boys Town National Hotline at 1-800-448-3000. Help is just a phone call away. 1-800-448-3000.
Time furnished by the Office of National Drug Control Policy.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill shows associated food stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning in a 1-1 game. It'll be Ramon Vasquez, Jose Nieves, and Joe Gerber, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for the Beavers in 11 innings so far in this series. Stingers pitching is yet to record a true 3-up and 3-down inning. Had a couple of innings in which they faced the minimum 3, but no true 3-up and 3-down. Here's Ramon Vasquez, grounded out to the second baseman Shane Halter his first time up. 1 run, 4 hits for the Beavers, 1 run, 1 hit. For the Stingers, Buchek's first pitch to Vasquez, and it's an off-speed pitch that breaks late and misses high for ball 1. Time now to find out who's hot and who's cold at the PCL. Brought to you by your Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Keep cool this summer and warm next winter. Visit any of your Utah area Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Here's a line shot foul into the picnic area down the first baseline. 1-1 the count. There was a game here not too long ago where they showed a fan in line at the beer tent down in the picnic area who was hit at the top of the head by a foul ball. Never batted an eye, just stayed in line and wanted to get his drink. The 1-1 pitch to Vasquez, fouled back into the screen, 1-2. Well, let's see who's hot right now. Edmonton's won 4 in a row. This Portland team's won 3 straight. Iowa and Memphis have won 7 of 10, as have Tucson. Over on the cold side, you've got Nashville having dropped 9 of 10, makes that 10 of 11. After the first game of their doubleheader today is the slider from Buchek. This is low, 2-2. That's it as far as any real cold teams. Stingers have actually split their last 10. 2-2 delivery, fastball high, and the count on Vasquez is full at 3-2. Of course, on the hot side also, Adam Riggs and Casey Kotzman. They each came into this ball game with 9-game hitting streak. 3-2 payoff pitch to Vasquez. Popped up foul. Third base side out of play. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Colorado Rockies today promoted their shortstop, Clint Farmas from Colorado Springs. Farmas, the PCL leader, with 156 hits. He's tied for second in doubles with 36. So Farmas getting called up. Pitcher Adam Bernero has been optioned back to Colorado Springs. Again, the 3-2 payoff pitch, and this time it's lofted into left field. Ricks coming on is there, and he'll make the belt high catch for the out. Adam got a little bit of a late break on that ball, but recovered in time to make the catch. Brings up Jose Nieves, the third baseman, flat out to right, his first time up. Former Bush shortstop Mike Moriarty was demoted from Nashville to the Pirates AA affiliate at Altoona to make room for tonight's starter Nelson Figueroa, who took the loss in Game 1 against Memphis. Pitch on the way, foul back, strike one. 0-1 the count on Nieves. Nieves missed the first month on the disabled list. Now the 0-1 from Buchek. Blow it inside a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Playing now in the Padre organization, his 6th in his 13 seasons as a pro. There's a pitch inside for a ball, 2-1. He's been in the big leagues with the Cubs and the Angels, 212 games, a 242 average. For Jose Nieves, 321 average in 76 games with the Stingers. As there's a swing and a miss at a changeup, 2-2. Jose is way out in front of that one. 1-1 we're in the bottom of the 4th inning here in Portland. Beavers getting a run in the first. Stingers tying into the second on a long home run by Shane Halter. The 2-2. Swing and a miss at a good slider. He struck him out. Davis went after one that ended up about a foot outside. Good pitch by Chris Buchek, recording his second strikeout. The batter will be Joe Gerber, who singled to right field his first time up. And Buchek trying for his 9th win against 7 losses. Even at 8-7. Really good figures, considering at one point he was 3-6. If the breaking ball misses low and inside, he was 3-6 after a loss at Fresno on June the 8th. Since then, he's 5-1 with 5 no decisions. There's a pitch a little bit low. Ball 2, 2-0 the count on Gerber. Gerber, a young man from Portland, who growing up didn't have a favorite major league team. He had always wanted to be a Portland Beaver. 2-0 pitch. That is lifted in the air towards left center field. Slicing back towards the left fielder, Riggs, who's there. And he'll make the catch to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down here in the 4th. We move to the 5th. It remains Stingers 1, Portland 1 on ESPN 1230.
How you doing? I'm Bruno, the air conditioning guy.
Yes, listen, there's a green fungus growing on the swamp cooler and down the side of my house.
I tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a hose and we're going to squirt that right out.
Yes, thank you. Awful boy.
There is no way a hose is going to fix that problem. With a swamp cooler, recycled water is pulled from a bed of fungus-saturated liquid, poured over deteriorating wood fibers, then forced into your home for you to breathe. Take action. A sophisticated central air conditioning and filtration system will eliminate fungus, bacteria, and mold before it ever reaches your lungs. Take action. Action installs only the best, like Train, Carrier, 10-Star, and Rheem at the lowest price in Salt Lake. Take Action's lowest price challenge. It's easy. If we can't get you the lowest price, we'll give you $50 for your trouble. This $50 offer is great, so please call us for details. Take action. Call Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key as in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where DenPro Colors comes along. DenPro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DenPro. That's 877-DenPro. DenPro Colors, automotive excellence.
We move to the fifth here at PGE Park at Portland, a 1-1 ball game. It'll be for the Stingers, Tom Gregorio to lead things off, followed by Gary Johnson, and then back to the top of the order in Zach Sorensen. Gregorio walked his first time up. Tankersley's first pitch to Tom O'Hear is a fastball lit high in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Portland defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. John Knott in left, Freddie Goosebaum in center, Kerry Robinson in right. Breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Jose Nieves at third, J.J. Permaniak at short, Ramon Vasquez at second, and Joe Gerbers at first. The batter is Dennis Tankersley pitching, and Humberto Quintero catching. Tankersley ready, the kick in the 0-2. Broken bat looper on one hop to short. Up with it for Maniac. The step in the throw to first, on target and in time for the out. One away here in the Stingers' fifth. And will bring up Gary Johnson, who popped up to the catcher Quintero about halfway between home plate and the mound his first time up. With runners at first and second base and 2 out. Tigers have just hit the Angels with 3 in the fourth. Detroit leading at Anaheim 4-2 now. Angels have picked a bad time to start to struggle. There's Johnson swinging, getting a tap to the right side. Vasquez, the second baseman, charging, gloving, throwing, and just getting Gary Johnson by an eyelash. Vasquez was playing out in short right, so he had a long way to come in to get to that baseball. 2 down. Here's Zach Sorensen, who struck out and grounded out in 2 plate appearances. Angels starting today a game and a half behind Oakland in the American League West. A's have won, so the Angels need to rally to avoid falling 2.5 back. So 2 outs, nobody out. The pitch to Sorensen, a fastball high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Tankersley's pitch. That sinks down low for a ball, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Sorensen. Trying to get something going here in the fifth pitch. Change up strike on the inside corner today. He's 2-1. Sorensen looking for his first hit here in Portland. He's 0 for 6. Now the pitch, swung on and foul. Back over the screen into the seats to our left. The count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mentioned earlier, Oklahoma winner at New Orleans 5-1. Tonight in New Orleans, it was Byron Scott night, the new head coach of the Hornets. 2-2 pitch. Sorensen fouls another one back. And a good catch by a fan who brought his glove and knew what to do with it. Good grab, 2-2 the count. Scott signed pregame autographs on the concourse at Zephyr Field, as well as throughout the ceremonial first pitch. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. The changeup on the outside half of the plate just under the letters. Strikeout number 3 for Tankersley, who's retired 5 in a row. Halfway through the scheduled 9-rounders, Stingers 1 and Portland 1 on ESPN 1230.
Most days, a great round of golf feels completely out of reach. Oh, fucking dog loving Dublin anchors. Slice, shank, hook, pull, or just miss. Oh, for the love of Pete. No matter your handicap, you have the chance to play the greatest round of your life when you tee it up with the Huntsman Cancer Institute at Thanksgiving Point and Promontory Ranch Club, August 12th and 13th. You can support their work with the most meaningful golf you can play. After the scores are tallied, Huntsman Cancer Institute is celebrating this year's donation gifts of companies, individuals, and organizations with a special evening of fun and entertainment at the Celebration of Hope Gala Dinner and Auction at the Salt Lake Marriott Downtown Hotel the evening of August 13th. So join us in celebration of the continuing work in progress at the Huntsman Cancer Institute.
I'll take a 9 on this one.
Please call Huntsman Cancer Institute for more information or log on to huntsmancancer.org. Special thanks to Deseret Power, Zions Bank, KJAS TV, and R.C. Willey. Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's a 1-1 game. J.J. Pervaniak, Freddie Guzman, and Gary Robinson, the 9-1 and 2 hitters, to face Chris Buchek here at the bottom of the fifth in this 1-1 game. Once again, our fifth inning, middle of the game defensive alignment for the Stingers. Adam Ricks, Brian Gordon, Gary Johnson in left, center, and right. Dallas McPherson, Zach Sorensen, Shane Halter, and Casey Cosman in the infield, third to first. The battery of Buchek pitching. Gregorio catching. First pitch to Pervaniak is looped to the left field, a base hit. Change up right off the end of the bat. Into left, and so Pervaniak's aboard with a leadoff single. Hit number 5 for the Beavers in the ball game. And now here's Freddie Guzman. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. I wonder if Byron Scott took batting practice as a part of Byron Scott night. The reason I say that is in Tacoma for many years, while George Karl was the coach of the Sonics, they had George Karl night at the ballpark in Tacoma. And besides signing autographs and throwing out the first pitch, he would also take batting practice with the Rainiers. George, a huge baseball fan. I'm not so sure about Byron Scott. Pitch on the way. Swung on and lifted foul. Third base side into the seats. One strike the count on Guzman. Beavers got a run in the first. Stingers one in the second. And that's where we stand right now at one apiece. Pervaniak on at first with nobody out after the leadoff single. Pitch. Guzman takes high, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. This Portland team has surged into first place on the strength of a 28-9 run over the last 37 games since the 4th of July. That's the third best record in all of organized baseball. As the toss to first and the runners back since the 4th of July. The St. Louis Cardinals have the best record in all of baseball at 27-7. The Class A Hickory Crawdads next at 29-9. Portland at 28-9. The Atlanta Braves are 26-8 since the 4th of July. The Auburn Doubledays 26-8, and the Dodgers are 27-9 since then. 1-1 pitch, Guzman bunts. It's a dandy. Third base side. McPherson, the bare hand pickup and throw to first. It's not in time. He beat it out on a close play. Craftsman can't believe it. But a bunt single by Guzman, and now runners are at first and second with nobody out. A great effort by McPherson. But Guzman, with that great speed, was able to just barely beat the rap at first. Now here's Gary Robinson, a sacrifice bunt on the first. He grounded out to first in the third, and so Stingers, I'm sure, will be expecting another sacrifice from Robinson here. The one earlier was his third of the season. The 2 on and nobody out for the Beavers here in the 5th. A tough situation for Buchek. The pitch to Robinson. A slider in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. 6 hits now in the ball game for Portland. Corner men are in. The middle infielders are halfway. 0-1 the count on Robinson. Buchek ready. The glance back in the pitch. No sign of a bunt. He chops it to first. Cosman's got it to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. Nicely turned with Buchek taking the return throw for the shortstop Sorensen. And they were dealing with some speed on the base pass with Guzman and Robinson. 3-6-1 double play, and with that double play, of course, another $5 goes to the United Way, courtesy of the Taco Maker. But they're not out of the woods yet. Portland with a go-ahead run at third with 2 out for John Nod, who drove in the Portland run they have so far. With a ground out in the first, he singled to left in the third, so he's 1 for 2. Boot check ready, the pitch on the way. Inside, off-speed delivery. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Outfield shaded towards right for Knott. Chris ready, the 1-0. Swing and a high pop-up on the infield. McPherson coming down from third, calling everybody off, and a halfway between the mound and third base has it to retire the side. And a good Houdini act by Butchik to get out of trouble here in the fifth. No runs, 2 hits. 1 runner left on. We go to the 6th. Stingers 1, Portland 1 on ESPN 1230.
Are you trapped in your old car?
Help?
Do you owe more than it's worth?
Oh, my God! Gee, thanks. Who are you guys?
Carl Malone Toyota, offering you escape from your current lease or loan. Once we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade-in no matter how much you owe, and put you into any one of hundreds of new Toyotas or quality used vehicles for just $88 down, $88 a month. And our intention is to finance everyone. $88 down, $88 a month. Plus, during the final days of Toyota Pop, Carl Malone Toyota offers you their triple play with a Toyota rebate and TDA match of your down payment. The triple play is back at Carl Malone Toyota, South Auto Mall, Salt Lake City, exit 106, 515. With approved credit, example 01 Corolla, 3 payments of $88. The 6 remaining payments of $278 and 8 APR with 88 down, negative equity 5 due. Loan balance offered. Can I be come on?
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
We go down to the 6th inning of a 1-1 ball game at Dandy Pitcher's Duel between Dennis Tankersley of Portland and the Stingers' Chris Butchek of the Adam Riggs. Casey Kotzman and Andres Galarraga up to face Tankersley here in the 6th. Riggs is twice flied out to right field. He's still looking for that hit to extend his streak to 10 games. The only hit for Salt Lake in the first 5 innings, the solo homer by Shane Halter. First pitch to Riggs here, and it's down the middle of strike 0-1. Tenpro and Tenpro Colors of Salt Lake, the mobile paintless tint repair company, comes to your home or office to work on your car. So call them today at 1-877-TENPRO. Tenpro and Tenpro Colors, they make them like new again. Now the line by Tankersley and a 1-strike pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and it's 0-2. Tenpro donates $5 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah for every stolen base by the Stingers this season. They have swiped 79 bases, making the total donation so far $395. No ball, 2 strikes to count on Adam Riggs. The pitch. Curveball is banked up the middle and into center field, a base hit, and Adam has his 10-game hitting streak. Stingers have just their 2nd hit of the game, and they have the go-ahead run on at first base with nobody out. Casey Kotzman 0 for 2. He sent Gary Robertson to the warning track in right his last time up. It's also time now for our 6th inning update of what else is happening under the lights tonight at the PCL of Major League Baseball. Brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. So Casey at the plate, 0 for 2. He hit field at double play depth. Tankersley ready, and the pitch to Kotzman. Long on, chop to the right side. Vasquez has it, tags the runner, misses him, throws the first for the out, but he missed Riggs on the way by with the tag attempt. So 4-3 on the foot out, one away, and Adams at second base as the third base umpire Mike Jost quickly made the signal that the tag had been missed. So now the Stingers have the go-ahead run in scoring position. The batter will be Andres Galarraga, who's grounded out and struck out in 2 plate appearances. Again, Memphis won game 1 of a doubleheader at Nashville, 3-1, and they lead the nightcap 3-2 after 5. Redbird trying for the sweep. Now the pitch to Galarraga. Fastball runs inside the right-hand batter. Ball 1. Oklahoma winner at New Orleans over Brandon Duckworth 5-1. Brandon now 3-3 on the season. Colorado Springs shuts out the Royals at Omaha 5-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Iowa rally with 3 in the bottom of the 8th to beat Albuquerque 6-5. So Colorado Springs remains 6 behind the I-Cubs in the Central Division race. The 1-1. Breaking ball way outside, backhanded by the catcher Quintero. The count's 2-1. In the 5th at Fresno, Tucson leads the Grizzlies 6-2. Las Vegas leads at Sacramento 1-0 after 3, and after 4, Edmonton and Tacoma are tied 1-1. Now the 2-1 pitch to Galarraga. Fastball runs inside the right-hand batter. The count's 3-1. In the 5th at Anaheim, the Angels and Tigers are tied 4-4. Anaheim scoring 2 in the bottom of the 4th after the Tigers have scored 3 at the top of the inning. Okay, the next time with his first home run of the year, Carlos Pena is 16th for the Tigers. 3-1 to Galarraga, swinging a ground ball to third. Up with it is Jose Nieves. He tossed the first in time for the out as Riggs had to hold his ground at second base. Now 2 outs, and it's up to Dallas McPherson. 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. Again, Toronto top Baltimore 7-2. Oakland with a 5-run 6 defeated Kansas City 6-1. Rich Harden, the winner, now 7-5. It's been nearly 2 months since his last loss. The Yankees rallied with 2-1 in the 7th and 2 in the 8th to beat the Mariners in Seattle 6-4. Mariano Rivera recording his 40th save. Pitch to McPherson, a fastball inside at the knees, ball 1. Cleveland now within a game of Minnesota for the Central Division lead after they beat the Twins again tonight, 7-1. They've outscored Minnesota 15-3 in the first 2 games of that series. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball inside at the belt again, ball 2. Former Buds third baseman Casey Blake with his 20th home run for Cleveland. Speaking of former Buzzmen, David Ortiz with his 29th and 30th, the second of which the game winner in the 8th. The Red Sox over the White Sox at Fenway 4-3. And Texas edged Tampa Bay 6-5. 2-0 the count on McPherson. Riggs the go-ahead run at second base with 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air towards right. Robinson going back, still going back, jumps at the wall, and he can't get to it. Hit the score, Riggs. McPherson into second base with an RBI double, and the Stingers are out in front 2-1. Robinson got turned around a little bit out there and was unable to haul in that drive by Dallas McPherson, and the Stingers now have the lead for the first time in the ball game. For Dallas, that's his 12th two-base hit and his 37th run batted in as a Stinger. That gives him now 106 RBI on the season between AA and AAA combined. The runner at second base, 2 out for Shane Halter, is 1 for 2. Swinging a high chopper, left side. Romaniak handles the hop, throws to first. Get plenty of time to retire Halter on the side here in the 6th, but not before the Stingers claim the lead. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's now the Stingers 2 and Portland 1 on ESPN 1230.
Dale Shaughnessy from Totally Awesome Computers. And computers, it's very important that you get good service with it. So I was going to show you how pathetic Dell support is by calling them live on the air to give you a demonstration, but there's no way I've been able to get a hold of them in the time it takes to make this commercial. So let me just call a Totally Awesome Computer store work and show you how service is supposed to be done, where you have real people answer the phone. Check this out. This is a real call.
Computers and Sandy, we can do anything for you. How may I help you?
Hi there. Hey, do you guys cover viruses under your warranty?
We sure do. We'll take care of that for you.
Really? What if I don't want to do anything and I don't want to download stuff? Can I just bring it to you and have you just take care of it for me?
I would love to do that for you.
What's that cost?
It's free. It's no charge. It's under warranty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Can you see the difference? At Totally Awesome Computers, we actually have service.
So, when's the last time you got a bonus? Well, now you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks when you buy a 2003 Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle. Yeah, use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. You can also take advantage of great low financing. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele today for your bonus bucks, and you can cruise the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Finally go to the bottom of the sixth inning. It'll be Xavier Nady, Humberto Quintero, and Ramon Vasquez to face Chris Butchek here in the sixth inning. Butchek with 74 pitches through the first 5 innings. 47 strikes, 27 balls. First pitch to Nady, who's 2 for 2, is inside and it hits him. Not what Chris wanted to do in that situation now that his team has given him the lead. But he came inside with the fastball and there had too much movement on it and came in and hit Xavier Nady in the arm. For Butchek, that is the 5th batter that he has hit this year, and for Nady, that's the 6th time he's been plucked. So the tying run is over at first with nobody out, and the batter will be Humberto Quintero, who's grounded to first, and last time up, line back to the pitcher, Butchek. So let's see how the Beavers play it. Singer's not anticipating a bunt. McPherson laying back at third, the turn of the toss to first. And Nady is back. Two to one Stingers here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Butchek ready in the pitch. Quintero shows bunt late, and the slider misses low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, finishing up that scoreboard. As we take a look at the National League, the Cubs shut out the Dodgers 2-0. Harry Wood the winner, and he hits his first home run of the year. 1 ball to count on Quintero as Butchek delivers. There goes the runner. The pitch is grounded toward short. Sorensen's got it. His only play is going to be to first. With Nady going, that's the only play he has. If Nady doesn't go, they probably turn a double play. So 6-3 on the put out of Quintero. Nady at second base, representing the potential tying run for Ramon Vasquez. He's grounded to second and fly to left field. Giants got a run in the 8th to beat the Phillies 7-6. Atlanta 9, the Cardinals 7. Atlanta rallied with 3 at the bottom of the 7th. Pittsburgh pounds Colorado 6-1. Florida rips Milwaukee 11-1. The Expos over the Astros 8-3 at Montreal. At New York, the Mets edged Arizona 4-3. And at Cincinnati, the Reds pound the Padres 11-5. Go-ahead run at second, 1 out. The pitch to Vasquez. A breaking ball low, ball 1 to the left-hand batter. 1 ball, no strikes. Both bullpens are quiet. Shortstop Zach Sorensen in behind the runner Nady at second to try to keep him close. Now the 1-0. Vasquez lines one up the air alley in right center field, a base hit. That one's going to be cut off at the track, but Nady comes around to score. Into second base with an RBI double as Ramon Vasquez, and the game is tied at 2-2. For Vasquez, that's his 16th double and his 23rd run batted in of the season. So it's a 2-2 game, and now the Beavers still have, with that being a double, they now have the go-ahead run in scoring position for Jose Nieves, who's 0 for 2. The pitch swung on, lifted in the air towards left, but Adam Riggs, who's underneath this one, he'll line himself up to make the catch and throw towards third. So the Avis flies out. 2 away, and that'll bring up Joe Gerber. So the hit batter leads to the tying run coming in to score. Now here's Joe Gerber, who has singled and fly to left field. So a 2-2 ball game here at the bottom of the 6th inning. Beavers have out hit the Stingers 7-3. As they answer right back. Pitch. Breaking ball in at the knees. A strike at its 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count on Joe Gerber. Vasquez out at second base, representing the lead run for the Beavers. Boot check ready, the 1-strike pitch. Into the dirt, stopped by Gregorio. They appealed the check swing, but no swing to third base umpire Mike Jones. The count's even, a 1 ball and 1 strike. Stingers in the 7th will have Gordon, Gregorio, and Thompson, the bottom third of the order, due up. Breeze blowing out here at PG Park. Humid night here at the ballpark. The 1-1 pitch to Gerber. Third ball grounded past Burns, and a timing stop by Thompson. Underhand toss to first for Bootcheck for the out to end the inning and save a run. A sensational play by Casey Cotton to save a double and a run batted in from Joe Gerber, and that's our anything's possible defensive play of the game. Brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. But the Beavers tie it up, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We go to the 7th, Stingers 2, Portland 2 on ESPN 1230.
When's the last time you got a bonus, just like that? Well, a $2,000 bonus is waiting for you at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele, because between now and the end of August, you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks for the purchase of a 2003 Honda VTC 1800 motorcycle. You can use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. And right now, you can ride off with a Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle with 3.9% fixed APR for up to 3 years and 0 down payment upon approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele and use your $2,000 in bonus bucks on parts or accessories. With your new gear, you're going to be cruising the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Financing available to qualified buyers to July 31st, 2004. Payment of sample 36 monthly payments of $29.48 for each $1,000 finance. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill shows associated food stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
As we go to the 7th inning, we're all tied up again 2-2 as each team scores a run in the 6th inning. It'll be Brian Gordon, Tom Gregorio, Gary Johnson due up. The base right-hander Dennis Tankersley here in the 7th. Brian has walked and fly to center field. First pitch on the way, a fastball inside of the knees, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Brian. Time now to look ahead at the Stingers schedule, brought to you by the University of Utah football. Defending Mountain West Conference and Liberty Bowl champions play 6 home games this season. 1-0 pitch to Gordon, swinging a foul back to the screen, 1-1. Starts with Texas A&M and ends with BYU. Season tickets are now available at 581-UTIC or online at UtahUtes.com. U of U football, you ain't seen nothing yet. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Gordon. Now Tankersley deals. High, a fastball, 2-1 the count. Again tomorrow afternoon at the 3:05 start Mountain Time. We'll be on the air at 2:45 when Steve Green takes the mound for the Stingers against right-hander Brian Sweeney. Now The 2-1 pitch to Gordon on the way. Swag, a cut fastball in the inside corner to knee, 2-2. Then on Monday afternoon at 1:05 Mountain Time, it's Scott Dunn for the Stingers against right-hander Justin Germano for the Beavers. Now the wind by Tankersley in the 2-2. Gordon swings and hits one on the ground right side. Second half fielding is Ramon Vasquez, and he throws to first for the out. Gordon retired, but there's one down. Here's Tom Gregorio, who's walked in, grounded out to short. Then the Stingers return home to take on Edmonton. 7 o'clock starts Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at Franklin Covey Field. Then Las Vegas comes in for 4. Tankersley ready, and the pitch to Gregorio. Swung on it, that's ripped up the alley in left center field. They're not going to get that one. That one bounces off the warning track and over the wall off the scoreboard for an automatic double for Tom Gregorio. That's his 9th two-bagger of the year. The Stingers' 4th hit, and now they have the go-ahead run in scoring position with only one out. And now here's Gary Johnson 0 for 2. He's popped up and grounded out in 2 plate appearances. That's going to bring a visit to the mound by Mike Boucher, former Angels roving minor league pitching instructor. He has the same title with the San Diego organization. He's filling in for pitching coach Tom Brown of the Beavers. Tom's home is in Venice, Florida, and right in the heart of the mess left behind by Hurricane Charlie. And so Brown tending to his home in Venice. We hope all is right, not only for Tom, but for all the other folks. A lot of familiar places being hit back in the area where the Buzz used to have spring training with Minnesota, Lee County, Fort Myers. First pitch to Gary Johnson, a strike on the inside corner at the bell, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2-2 score, top of the 7th. Stingers with Gregorio at second base and 1 out. Left-hander up to the Portland bullpen. Tankersley ready. The 0-1 pitch. Long out, broken bat flare into shallow right center field. Vasquez coming on, and he makes the diving catch. Throws back to second, not in time. A great effort by Freddie Guzman out in center field to take a hit away. A broken bat flare into right center field. Well, if he had trapped the ball, there's no way that the umpire McCliskey was going to find it. He never moved off his position at second base to get a good look at it. Why he didn't move out there, he had plenty of time, but the second base umpire didn't move a muscle. Now, Vasquez Guzman there certainly well made the catch, but with McCliskey's poor positioning, you're never really sure. So runner at second, 2 out for Zach Sorensen now. The pitch on the way, a fastball struck in the inside corner today. He's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. One thing when an umpire might miss a call, it's another thing when he's lazy about it. Again, I'm not saying he missed the call. He could have very well made that catch. But he certainly didn't get a very good look at it. 1 strike to count on Sorensen. Zach having troubles here at Portland. He's 0 for 7. But a base hit here would put the Stingers in front more than likely, depending on its velocity and placement. Tankersley ready to pitch. Swing and a miss to the slider down and in. The count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. In Portland, 39 and 22 here at home. They're 3 games under 500 on the road. 2 strikes to count on Zach. The pitch. Swinging a two-shot foul off the end of the bat behind home plate. It remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second base, Gregorio. He doubled with 1 out and is still there. with 2 out. Anchors lead the 2-strike pitch to Sorensen. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a 92-mile-per-hour fastball to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark, brought to you by Upper Limit Fitness, now with 3 locations: Salt Lake, Orem, and Layton. Upper Limit Fitness will help you stretch a little further. After 6.5, Stingers 2, Portland 2 on ESPN 1230.
Only certified pre-owned BMWs have passed a rigorous inspection by factory-trained BMW technicians and have a 2-year, 50,000-mile extended protection plan added to the original new car warranty for a total of 6 years and 100,000 miles of protection. Plus, if you buy a certified pre-owned BMW that still has the maintenance protection plan in effect, you can extend the maintenance plan to 6 years, 100,000 miles. That's right. Full maintenance for up to 6 years and 100,000 miles. Certified BMWs are only available at BMW of Murray. And during August, you can buy any 2001 3 Series, 5 Series, 7 Series, or X5 BMW and pay only 2.9% APR for up to 60 months on approved credit through BMW Financial Services. Call 262-2479. Go to BMWofMurray.com or visit the BMW of Murray CPO Center at 4689 South State.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 2-2 ball game. Beavers about hit the Stingers by a count of 7-4. It'll be J.J. Fermaniak, Freddie Guzman, and Kerry Robinson, the 9-1 and 2 hitters, 2 up. In the Portland batting order to face right-hander Chris Butchek. Fermaniak 1 for 2. He singled to left his last time up. So a 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Beavers trying to retain their top spot in this North Division race. First pitch swinging for Maniac. Lifts it in the air to right. Gary Johnson coming in, still coming in. He's there, and he'll put the squeeze on it for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 7th. To the top of the order, and the dangerous Freddie Guzman. A buck single his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Time now to find out who's hitting the cover off the ball in the PCL. Brought to you by Mountain Extreme Power Sports. Take it to the extreme with Mountain Extreme Power Sports in Linden, Utah. Again, the league leader is Calvin Pickering. He's stuck at 31. The pitch in it today is a strike 0-1. Scott Seabold of Memphis has moved to second place with 28. Luis Garcia of Las Vegas has 27, and there's a log jammer 4 of 26. As Guzman takes a pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Adam Briggs leads the Stingers with 22. Brian Gordon is next with 18. So 1 out, nobody on base for the Beavers here in the 7th inning. Here's a pitch chopped up the first base side and foul. The count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Guzman. Well, timing is everything. Alex Rodriguez had appealed his 4-game suspension for his little to-do with the Boston Red Sox. And now that he has the flu, we're going to miss games anyway. He's decided to drop his appeal. Began serving the penalty today when the Yankees played the Mariners. He'll be eligible to play Thursday night against the Twins. 1-2 pitch, swung on, line over second base into center field, a base hit. Played on the roll out there by Ryan Gordon, and the most dangerous base runner the Pacific Coast League is on, with 1 out here in the 7th. That is the 8th hit of the ball game for Portland. You figure at some point in time he's going to be going. He's got 46 stolen bases in 51 tries to lead the league. Rich Thompson of Nashville is 10 behind. So So the go-ahead run at first with one out, and Kerry Robinson, the batter. He's 0 for 2, grounded into a 3-6-1 double play his last time up. Boot check ready, a deep prep, and the turn of the toss to first, sending Guzman back. Guzman had 17 steals earlier this year for AA Mobile, so that puts him at 63 for the season. He had 90 last year. 49 at Class A, 38 at AA, and 3 more with the Beavers in just 2 games. The pitch. Fastball down the middle under the letters for a strike, and it's 0-1. No ball, 1 strike. 2-2 ball game. Stingers 1 in the second, 1 in the sixth. The Beavers 1 in the first and 1 in the sixth. No balls, 1 strike. Guzman on at first with 1 out. Blue check ready. A 1 strike pitch to Robinson. There goes Guzman. The pitch is high. Gregorio's throw not in time. Another steal for Guzman. His 47th of the year. And now the go-ahead runs in scoring position with 1 out. And the batter will be Kerry Robinson with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Activity in the Salt Lake bullpen as a right-hander is up. I believe that's Joel Peralta. The airline had broken my binoculars, I'd be able to tell you. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Robinson. Buchek steps off as the shortstop Sorensen comes in behind Guzman at third, or at second base rather, trying to keep him close. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Buchek ready. And has moved to second base as he steps off. But Guzman is back. 8,091 here at PGE Park tonight. A dandy ball game, a 2-2 game here in the bottom of the 7th. The Beavers with a go-ahead run at second base with 1 out. Buchek glancing back at Guzman, and now time called at home plate. Again, hopefully for Chris Buchek, the runner at second base, Guzman, isn't too much of a distraction for him in regards to his dealings with Kerry Robinson at the plate. Now Buchek steps off again as Sorensen comes in behind the runner at second base, drawing the ire of the fans here at Portland. A 2-2 ball game here in the 7th. Buchek ready. And the right-handers 1-1. Slider low, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Robinson, with John Knott due next. Angels and Tigers tied at 6. Rob Quinlan with his 5th home run of the year for Anaheim. Seems like every time the Angels score, the Tigers answer back. 2-1. Hot foul, third base side, slicing out of play, 2-2. Angels led 2-1. Detroit scored 3 in the 4th to go up 4-2. The Angels scored 2 to tie at the bottom of the 4th. Tigers scored 2 at the top of the 5th to go back out in front, and the Angels scored 2 at the bottom of the 5th to tie it up. But the Tigers now in the 6th have runners at first and second and nobody out. And it's the only game left still being played in the major leagues today. All the other games have been completed. 2-2, the count on Robinson. Buchek ready. So pickoff throw to second. He throws it high over the glove of the shortstop Sorensen. And Guzman will go to third. That'll be a throwing error on the pitcher Buchek, and that moves the go-ahead run 90 feet away. First error of the ball game, charts to the Stingers. Now they have to play the infield in. This is where Booth needs the strikeout. Can't afford to put the ball in play. He doesn't strike out very much, though, does Robinson. Now the 2-2 pitch. Top foul coming back out of play. Still 2-2. Again, the speed of Freddie Guzman making a huge difference in this ball game. It produced the first run and could be moments away from producing the third unless Chris can get out of the jam here in the seventh. The 2-2 pitch to Robinson on the way. Ground ball, takes it into right field. Into the score is Guzman. It's a 3-2 Beavers lead. A sharply hit ground ball in between Holder and Kotzman, who is pulled in on the right side of the infield. So now the Beavers have the lead at 3-2. And Morris beat on the base paths with Robinson at first. And one out. John, not the batter. He is 1 for 3. The first pitch fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count on Knott. A runner at first base, 1 out, a run in. Beavers leading by a score of 3-2. Now Buchek the 0-1. High and inside of the right-hand batter, and that evens the count at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Robinson stretching out that lead. His right foot, the lead foot, out on the carpet. Buchek with a turn and the throw over, and Robinson dives back in safely. 3-2 Beavers here in the seventh. Now Buchek ready from the stretch for 1-1. Instead again the throw to first. Close, but Robinson gets the right hand in ahead of the tag. Kotzman's not so sure. One ball, 1 strike the count. Singers trying to avoid their 75th loss, which would tie a franchise record for most losses in a season. The 1-1 pitch to Knott. Swung on, popped up foul, first base side, near the Stingers dugout, but behind it about 5 rows. The count on Knott goes to 1-2. In the 8th, the Stingers will have Adam Riggs, Casey Kotzman, and Andres Galarraga due up. 3-2 Beavers. Just their second lead of the game. They led 1-0 after 1 before Shane Halter's home run at the top of the second tied it up. 1-2 the count on Knott. Buchek ready. Again the throw to first. This one not as close as the last one. Somehow Kevin Craig got out of that first and second nobody out jam, and so the Angels and Tigers are tied 6-6 going to the bottom of the 6th. On the 1-2 pitch. Fastball high, 2-2 to count on Knott. Infield, double play depth. Again, there's still only 1 out. Left-hander up in the Portland bullpen. Buchek ready. Here's the throw to first again, and Robinson is back. One out, 1 in for Portland here in the 7th. Buchek steps off to wipe his brow. Now looks in, gets the sign from Gregorio as the right-hander deals the 2-2. That handle pop up shallow left, racing out Sorensen, and he drops the ball. Rick picked it up and will flip it into second base. That's going to go as a hit, as Christmas comes on August 14th rather than December 25th. A Blair, broken bat Blair out into shallow left. Sorensen racing out. He got his glove on it, but could not control. Now 2 on and 1 out, and the batter will be Xavier Nady, and that may be all for Chris Buchek, who's up over 100 pitches, I'm sure. As Mike Crumley makes his way to the mound, the entire infield and battery in on the conversation, but he has not made a move as of yet, and now he raises his right arm, and Mike Crumley is going to make call to the bullpen. Get connected and stay connected with Connected Wireless. Call 205-FREE for the location nearest you. We'll tell you about the new Stingers pitcher when we return after this 1-minute timeout on ESPN 1230.
I wonder what the 10th anniversary is.
Rhino Linings.
No, it's just like tin or aluminum.
No, really. It's Rhino Linings' 10th anniversary. Big roll pack prices to celebrate. Now's the best time to put a great-looking Rhino liner in a truck.
Yeah, how often do you get to pay less for something that you really want? Well, it's not very romantic.
Well, yeah, but Rhino linings are durable. They won't crack or fade. They even have a lifetime warranty. Why, a new Rhino line will be with us through the long haul.
Like when we haul home teams for sweet or throw the team's gear in the back and take them to practice, or when we move them to college.
Well, it's okay, honey. We still have the Rhino liner. It's Rhino Lining's 10th anniversary in Sandy and Murray. Call today and see how affordable it is to put a real Rhino in your truck bed. And remember, Rhino Linings are not only the best protection for your truck, it's the ultimate finish for your garage floor, your deck, or around the pool. Be sure to see us at the Summer Recreation Show at Liberty Park, August 13th through the 15th. We'll be the ones next to the giant rhino.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper is scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
KQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. The worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station.
Joe Peralta on now for the Stingers, making his 30th appearance of the year in 42 innings. He's given up 47 hits. He's won 4 and lost 2 with 1 save and a 5.14 ERA. The PCL batting .280 against Peralta. He inherits runners at first and second base with 1 out. In a 1-run ball game, the Beavers leading 3-2. Xavier Nady, the batter, he has singled twice. He's been hit 5 hits, scored a run after being hit. Breaking ball from Peralta. This is outside, ball 1. Can't close the books on Buchek's line as he's responsible for Robinson at second and not at first. Now Joel ready from the belt. The glance towards second to the 1-0. Breaking ball, broke in under the letters for a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peralta. His last appearance. Gave up 1 hit, no runs on August the 11th against Iowa in 1 inning of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Fastball hit in the air to deep left field. That ball's up there, it's out there, and it's over the scoreboard. It actually knocked the light out of the sign above the board. A 3-run homer. Everything missing but the fireworks. It's now a 6-2 Portland lead. For Xavier Nady, his 12th home run of the year, his second in as many games. That literally knocked the key out of PGE Park in the neon sign above the scoreboard. And it also broke some of the light, and the grounds crew has to go out to the warning track and pick up the glass. The only thing missing, as I said, the Sparks and Robert Redford. That does close the books on Chris Buchek. 6 1/3 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, all earned. 2 strikeouts, a walk, and a hit batter. That is the 11th hit of the ball game for the Beavers. Now here's Humberto Quintero, and the pitch is outside corner, knee high for a strike, 0-1. So the Beavers have broken this one wide open. The 0-1. Foul off the mask of the catcher Gregorio. And so the count is now 0-2. 4 straight batters reached after the first out, with the 4th batter being the home run ball. The 0-2. Swinging a foul. He just got a piece of it to stay alive as that one deflects off the glove of Gregorio. John Pickens has homered for the Angels, and now Anaheim leads Detroit 8-6 in the 6th. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball low and outside. The count on Quintero, 1-2. And the Beavers started the day with a half-game lead over Tacoma in the North Division race. Now the 2-2. Quintero pops a foul behind home plate. It could possibly be a game and a half after tonight if the Beavers hang on here. Right now in the 6th, Edmonton leading Tacoma 4-1. Now the pitch. Swung on, lifted to center field. Brian Gordon going back. He has plenty of room in front of the track, and he'll make the catch for the out. 2 out, but he hit it a long way. But fortunately for the Stingers, to straightaway center. That'll bring up Ramon Vasquez, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI double his last time up. So Vasquez the batter. As the Beavers break it open with a 4 spot here in the 7th. Pitch. And it sinks low, ball 1. That home run, by the way, just the 4th hit this season off of Peralta. Pitch. Swung on and chopped foul at the first base side. The count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. So it's tough. Unless the Stingers rally, it'll be yet another tough luck loss for Chris Buchek. The Stingers still have 2 more at bats to try to come back in this one as they trail 6-2 here in the 7th. A 1-1 to Vasquez. Off speed, and it's high for a ball, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Peralta, 5'11", 160 in his 7th professional season. 2-1 pitch on the way is line fair down the right field line, rolling towards the corner, but it hits one of the supports on the picnic area and rolls back towards the infield, and so Vasquez has time to go to second base with his 2nd straight double. And now the batter will be Jose Nieves, who's 0 for 3. He flied to left field his last time up. Hit number 12 for Portland in the ball game. Peralta from the bell ready. The pitch on the way. Davis takes a breaking ball outside. Ball 1. Jose, the 8th man to come to bat in the inning for Portland. Now Peralta's 1-0. Fastball foul. First base side out of play to the seats. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. One the count on Nieves. Vasquez double, his second of the game, his 17th of the season. 6-2 Portland here in the bottom of the 7th. But they've broken the tie with 4 runs in the inning. Fastball, that's popped up into shallow center field. Gordon coming in, Halter going out, Bryan with the call and the catch to retire the side, but the damage has been done. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 1 left. So we go to the 8th. It's Portland 6 and the Stingers 2 on ESPN 1230.
Westland Ford wants to know, do you need a new car dealer?
If you ask your salesman a question and his answer is, that's the way to do it here in the big city, you may need a new car dealer. If your warranty is written on toilet paper, you may need a new car dealer. If the atmosphere at your dealer is sort of like death row on Saturday night, you may need a new car dealer. If every time you ask your salesman a question, his answer is, don't worry about it, you may need a new car dealer. When you take your car back for service, if your salesman hides under his desk, you may need a new car dealer.
At Westland Ford, we want to be your new car dealer. That's why we offer certified pre-owned vehicles with Westland's 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. Westland Ford, 3450 Wall Avenue in Ogden for over 25 years. Westland Ford. And remember,
if you thought any of this was funny, you probably do need a new car dealer.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real-life person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
We go to the 8th inning here in Portland. Now the Beavers out in front by a score of 6-2. Left-hander Mike Bynum comes on the pitch for the 52nd time this season. He's won 6 and lost 6 with 4 saves. BCL batting .263 against Bynum, who is making his 8th appearance of the year against Salt Lake. He has 1 win, no losses, and 1 save. He'll face Adam Riggs, Casey Kotzman, and Andres Galarraga here in the 8th. Dennis Tankersley 6 outs away from his 2nd win of the year against Salt Lake. First pitch blowing outside, ball 1. Riggs with a single and a run scored his last time up to extend his hitting streak to 10 games. A solid line for Dennis Tankersley tonight. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, full turns, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a home run. 1-0 pitch. Riggs takes outside of the knees, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Adam. Be on the lookout each and every game for the Geico Insurance run of the game. Bynum's 2-0. Riggs hits a liner at the shortstop for Maniac, who reaches out and makes the shoulder-high catch for out number 1. Riggs retired. That'll bring up Casey Kotzman, who's 0 for 3. First time the Stingers extend a lead after the 5th inning. That's the Geico Insurance run. Rex Olson, your local Geico rep, will donate $10 to the Air Force Fund for every Geico Insurance run of the game. There have been 33 so far this season, making the total donation $330. The 1 out, nobody out for Kotzman in a lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch, a fastball knee high in the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. This could very well be Casey's last opportunity to extend his hitting streak to 10 games. Now Bynum, the 0-1. Breaking ball low. That evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Bynum, 6'4", 200 pounds in his 6th professional season. First round draft pick of the Padres in 1999 out of the University of North Carolina. The 1-1. Swing and a miss to the fastball, 1-2. He was the 19th overall pick in that 99 draft. Fastball, the upper 80s, slider, and changeup. For lefty Mike Bynum, who comes set to deliver the 1-2 to Kotzman. Top foul up the third base side, outside the coach's box, and the count remains 1-2. Well, the Olympic baseball tournament begins tomorrow in Athens. Davey Johnson, the longtime infielder in the big leagues, former manager with the New York Mets, is helping coach the Netherlands team. A 1-2. Kotzman fouls it back into the screen. Still 1-2. Canada's roster includes 3 former Salt Lake players: Jeff Guile, Ryan Radmanovich, and a guy who threw a couple of games this year in a Salt Lake uniform and had to be shut down because of a sore forearm, Eric Sear. 1-2 pitch, curveball outside, 2-2 the count. Several other players on that Canadian roster with PCL ties, including Stubby Clapp, the former Memphis Redbird, Kevin Nicholson, who played here, Rob Ducey, Danny Clausen, Jason Dixon, Aaron Mayette, and current Edmonton pitcher and native Edmontonian Mike Johnson. Now the 2-2 to Kotzman. Fouled off again into the stands behind third base. So it's still 2-2. And Nick Theodoro of Las Vegas and former singer Clay Bellinger on the Greek team. Two balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a fastball down the end. He struck him out. First strikeout for Bynum, the 5th for Portland pitching in the ball game. Now here's Andres Galarraga, who's twice bounced to third. He struck out in the middle of all that. 2 outs, bases empty here in the 8th, with Portland leading 6-2. First pitch on the way. Galarraga takes a curveball, low and inside, ball 1. You want to know the count? Bynum ready. His next pitch to Andres. Swung on, driven into left center field, but he got underneath it. Freddie Guzman, the center fielder, drifts over to left center to make the catch and end the inning. 3 up, 3 down go the Stingers in the 8th after 7 1/2. It is Portland 6 and Salt Lake 2 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, this is Dan, the laptop man from PC Laptops. We're expanding, we're growing, and we're hiring like crazy. You want a great paying job with great benefits at a place that they love you? PC Laptops. We love you, PC Laptops. Are you enthusiastic, honest? Do you love computers? Do you love technology? Do you love people? Do you got tons of energy? Well, come into any one of our PC Laptop locations and apply. We're hiring right now, expanding like crazy. Or call us at 568-9944. That's 568-9944. We're hiring salespeople, technicians, outgoing, enthusiastic people. So call us right now, 568-9944. Hey, and if you need a laptop computer, you know where to go. PC Laptops, home of the lifetime service guarantee. Because remember, at PC Laptops, we love you. Featuring Intel Centrino mobile technology.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. It's 6-2 in favor of Portland. Joe Gerber, J.J. Fermaniak, and Freddie Guzman due up to face right-hander Joel Peralta. Gerber robbed of a hit and a run batted in on a diving play by Casey Kotzman at first, his last time up. First pitch from Peralta, and Gerber takes his strike to the knee in the outside corner, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. Fastball inside, 1-1. Colorado Springs a winner tonight in their game over Omaha. The winning pitcher, Jeff Francis, was supposed to be pitching for Team Canada at the Olympics, but the Rockies wouldn't let him go. Now the 1-1. Fastball fouled back into the screen, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stingers trailing by 4 here in the bottom of the 8th. As Peralta delivers the 1-2, swung on and a deep drive hooking down the right field line. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but it's a foul ball. 1-2 the count. McPherson, Halter, and Gordon, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, will be due up in the Stingers' order in the 9th. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. Fastball high, 2-2. Will probably be one of the few people around that won't be able to watch any of the Olympic competition early on here because for whatever reason they are renovating the television system in the hotel. We get about 6 channels, but the NBC affiliate is not one of them. Now the 2-2. Bringing a ground ball back to first. Backhanded nicely by Kotzman. He'll take it 4 steps to the bag for the out. So 1 down here in the 8th. That'll bring up J.J. Permaniak, who's 1 for 3. Singles will lead off the 5th. Advanced as far as 3rd, but that is as far as he would get. We're in the 7th now at the Big A. It's Anaheim 11 and Detroit 7 as the Angels put up a 5 spot in the 6th. Maniac takes low and outside for a ball, 1-0. Ivan Rodriguez, though, homered in the 7th to make it an 11-7 ball game. 4 home runs for the Angels tonight. 2 of them by former Stinger. A 1-0 pitch, breaking ball in for a strike, 1-1. Don Figgins is 4th, and Rob Quinlan is 5th. Now the 1-1. Swinging by Permaniak and a foul back to the screen, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And tomorrow will be on the air at 2:45 Mountain Time. With game 3 of this series, Steve Green going for the Stingers against Ryan Sweeney for Portland. He will try to snap his long dry spell of wins. Not once, June 26th. The 1-2 pitch, fastball high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Out Peralta ready. The pitch. Third ball, line, left center field on the run. Brian Gordon can't get to it, and it bounds by him all the way to the wall. Permaniak around second, racing for third, and he's there with a triple. Ryan racing to the alley in left center, tried to make the shoestring catch, but it hit the turret and bounced by him and rolled all the way to the wall. Permaniak with his 4th triple of the year. So a runner at third base now with 1 out. The batter will be Freddie Guzman. So the infield in all the way around. There's a pitch, broken bad liner up the middle, knocked down by Sorensen near the bag at second. He has no play. Permaniak scores, and it's a 7-2 ball game. For Guzman, his 3rd hit of the game. And now the Beavers with a 5-run lead. So Guzman with his 19th RBI. runner at first base. One out for Gary Robinson, an RBI single his last time up. That puts the Beavers ahead. It's a two-hopper to short. Up with it, Sorensen. He shovels it to second for one, and that's all they'll get. No relay by Halter. On the fielder's choice, 6-4. 2 out. That'll bring up John Knott, who's 2 for 4. So now, Knott the batter. 7-2 Portland now with a runner at first and 2 outs here in the 8th. We're also ready to pitch. 2 foul off the end of the bat. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Big night for Freddie Guzman. 3 for 4, 2 stolen bases, 2 runs scored, and 1 run batted in now. Peralta's pitch, fastball outside of the knees, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beavers have out hit the Stingers tonight, 14-4. Peralta, the 1-1. Fastball popped up. First base side. Kotzman near the dugout. Does not have a play. It lands on top of the dugout. 1-2. The count on Knott. And we're in the 8th. Beavers have scored 6 runs over the last 3 innings. 1 in the 6th, 4 in the 7th, and 1 here in the 8th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count on Knott. Now Peralta's pitch up high for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Xavier Nady on deck. Now Joel ready. The right-hander sets, kicks, and delivers the pitch. Line drive, left center field. That's going to be over the head of Brian Gordon. Bounces over the wall for an automatic double. Gary Robinson, who would have scored easily on the play, has to stop at third base. So a break for the Stingers from that standpoint. That's the 3rd hit of the ball game for Knott. Now here's Xavier Nady, who broke it open with his 3-run home run in the 7th. Nady 3 for 3 here, and so now in the 2 games of this series, he has 6 hits and 7 at bats, with 8 runs batted in. First pitch fastball is low, ball 1. Nady's 3-run homer came off of Peralta. That Peralta facing Nady to open up his 5th. Now the 1-0. Fouled off deep down the right field line over the roof, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners at second and third, 2 out. A run in. Portland leading by a score of 7-2. The pitch. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate. 1-2 the count on Navy. Edmonton leading Portland 4-1. That game in the 7th. Up in Tacoma. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul for the coach's box at third. Now Anaheim 11, Detroit 8 as Carlos Pena has hit his 2nd home run of the game. Angels again needing a win to stay a game and a half behind Oakland in the American League West. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Nady as Peralta deals. Low and outside, ball 3. And a wide one here would load him up. Or is that ball 2? That may be ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Long on, grounded on 2 hots to second. Shane Halter up with it. The toss to first in plenty of time to retire the side. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the 9th. It's now Portland 7 and the Stingers 2 on ESPN 1230.
With 3 boys, I've seen every boo-boo and heard every boo-hoo known to moms. But who knows which one will get infected? So I always use long-lasting Neosporin. It protects them even when I can't.
24 hours after application, Neosporin Original is 8 times more effective than even the leading prescription topical antibiotic at keeping skin germ-free.
When the kids play and I'm busy, Neosporin's still working. Hey, it's either that or armor.
Longer-lasting infection protection. That's Neosporin. Every cut, every time. Use as directed.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location, look for the clearance zone sign, and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State and Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
All right, we go to the 9th inning. It's 7-2 in favor of Portland. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Jake's Over the Top. Jake's Over the Top now serving fresh Bear Lake Raspberry Shakes. Cool vanilla ice cream blended with tons of fresh raspberries. Keeping inches over the top of the cup because at Jake's they don't stop at the top. 7-2 Beavers as we go to the 9th inning. It'll be Dallas McPherson, Shane Halter, and Brian Gordon due up. And if the Stingers will pull this one off, several more need to follow. McPherson at the plate. He's 1 for 2. That one, an RBI double his last time up. At the time of the 6th inning gave the Stingers a 2-1 lead. Bynum's first pitch, lefty against lefty. A breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 7 runs, 15 hits for Portland. 2 runs on just 4 hits for the Stingers. Fastball low, 1-1 the count on McPherson. One ball, 1 strike. Bynum ready to pitch. McPherson, little bat handle loop for foul just outside the bag at third. 1-2 the count. Not sure. I think it sounded like the crack bat. Yep, Dallas will pick up his old weapon and hand it over to the bat boy who brought out a new one. Dallas was going to go to the ninth bar, I believe. Realized the new bat that he had plenty on it. 1-2 the count on McPherson. Leading things off for the Stingers here in the 9th. It's lefty Mike Bynum. 0-1-2. Sidearm breaking ball, foul. Back down the screen, still 1-2. And Bynum in neither a win or a save situation. Came into the ball game with Beavers up by 4. Now Bynum again ready with a 1-2. He struck him out swinging on a slider. Foul, tipped it into the glove. The catcher Quintero, second strikeout for Bynum. Both times against left-handed batters, and there's 1 out here in the 9th. Brings up Shane Halter, who homered back in the 2nd inning. Since then, he's flied to right and bounced to short. First pitch to Halter, cut at and missed. A strike, and it's 0-1. Edmonton leading Tacoma 4-1. That game in the 8th now at Cheney Stadium. Bynum ready. The pitch. Breaking ball low, evens the count at 1-1. One ball, one strike. Bynum, a left-hander. The pitch. Fastball down the middle is strike 1 and 2. Bynum, 27 major league appearances with the Padres. 8 of them starts at 2-4, lifetime record for big leagues. He was 1-4 last year. The pitch, swing and a fastball and a foul back, and it's still 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He had some injury problems, slowing his progress as a first-round draft pick. He missed. He had surgery on his right knee after the 2001 season. Was all right by spring training, but then missed the first 2 months of 2002 with a left elbow sprain and a backdoor breaking ball. Catches the outside corner at the knee. Strike 3 called, and Holder can't believe it. 2 down. Now it's up to Brian Gordon here. He's 0 for 2 on the ball game. So the Stingers down to their last out. The pitch. Strike at the knees. A curveball 0-1. Portland trying to get their 11th win in 14 games against the Stingers this year. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Strike, a breaking ball at the knees, 0-2. That looked low, but apparently Brian's knees have moved south. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Struck him out swinging to end the ball game as Mike Bynum strikes out the side in order in the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The final score here in Portland tonight, it was the Beavers 7 and the Stingers 2. We'll be back with the 10th inning show coming up next on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
How you doing? I'm Bruno, the air conditioning guy.
Yes, listen, there's a green fungus growing on the swamp cooler down the side of my house.
I tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a hose and we're going to squirt that right out.
Yes, thank you. Oh, boy.
There is no way a hose is going to fix that problem. With a swamp cooler, recycled water is pulled from a bed of fungus-saturated liquid, poured over deteriorating wood fibers, then forced into your home for you to breathe. Take action. A sophisticated central air conditioning and filtration system will eliminate fungus, bacteria, and mold before it ever reaches your lungs. Take action. Action installs only the best, like Train, Carrier, Tempstar, and Rheem at the lowest price in Salt Lake. Take Action's lowest price challenge. It's easy. If we can't get you the lowest price, we'll give you $50 for your trouble. This $50 offer is great, so please call us for details. Take action. Call Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
The game is over, and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of tonight's game with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
And welcome back to Portland, where the Beavers scored 4 runs in the 7th to break a 2-2 tie en route to a 7-2 win over Salt Lake. This is the 10th inning show. As we recap tonight's ball game, let's take a look now at the final totals. For Portland, 7 runs on 15 hits, no errors, and they left 9 on base. For the Stingers, 2 runs on just 4 hits, 1 error, and they left 5 men on base. The winning pitcher, Dennis Tankersley, now 6-4 on the year. The loser, Chris Buchek, dropped to 8-8. The time of the game, 2 hours, 35 minutes. The paid attendance, 8,091 here. And again, the numbers may not look like it. Boot check, 6 in the third innings, 10 hits, 5 runs all earned, but he really pitched a lot better than those statistics indicate. But again, Freddie Guzman gets on base. Things tend to happen, and that's exactly what's taken place here in this one tonight as he, in the first inning, walked, stole second, moved to third on a sacrifice, and scored on an infield out. In the seventh inning, he scored the go-ahead run on a single, a stolen base. Then a errant pickoff throw allowed him to take third before scoring on a single by Kerry Robinson, a grounder through a pulled-in infield. And he later added an infield single and a run batted in the eighth inning. The Portland now 68 and 53 on the year, while the Stingers dropped to 45 and 75. The 75 losses now equals the franchise record for most defeats in a single season, a record that they set last year. So the Stingers last year dominated the Beavers, but this year it's the other way around. Portland's won 11 out of the 14 meetings between these two teams so far this season. So Portland wins tonight by a score of 7-2. Time now to take a look at our anything's possible defensive play of the game. We go to the sixth inning, a tie game at the time. 2-2 with the go-ahead run for Portland at second base and 2 out, and Joe Gerber at the plate. The 1-1 pitch to Gerber. Curveball grounded fast first, and a diving stop by Kotzman. Underhand toss to first for boot check for the out to end the inning and save a run. A sensational play by Casey Kotzman to save a double and a run batted in from Joe Gerber, and that's our anything's possible defensive play of the game. Brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. A great defensive play by the first baseman, Casey Kotzman, and that is our anything's possible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. Gus may be short, but his selection of quality used cars sure isn't. Visit his new used car dealership at Jordan Landing. With Gus, anything is possible. Portland wins it tonight by a score of 7-2. We'll come back with the out-of-town scoreboard next here on ESPN 1230.
And as you can see, the data suggests that I'm sorry, but doesn't anyone see that extremely large meteor headed this way?
Not many things knock you out like a migraine.
She's all right. Get up, there are clients here.
But you can knock out a migraine with Relpax. Relpax L-tryptan hydrobromide relieves migraine pain and symptoms such as nausea and sensitivity to light and sound. For some people, it starts to work in 30 minutes. Ask your doctor. Call 1-866-3-RELPAX or go to RELPAX.com. Relpax. Don't let a migraine keep you down. Only your doctor can decide if Relpax is right for you. If you have certain types of heart disease, a history of stroke, TIA, or uncontrolled blood pressure, you should not take Relpax. Very rarely, certain people, even some without heart disease, have had serious heart-related problems. Talk to your doctor if you have risk factors for heart disease, such as smoking, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, or if you're pregnant or nursing. Certain medicines that are potent CYP3A4 inhibitors should not be taken with Relpax, so talk to your doctor if you're taking other medicines. See our ad in Fitness Magazine.
Are you trapped in your old car?
Help! Let me out!
Do you owe more than it's worth?
Help! I'm stuck!
Gee, thanks. Who are you guys?
Carl Malone Toyota, offering you escape from your current lease or loan. Once we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade-in no matter how much you owe, and put you into any one of hundreds of new Toyotas or quality used vehicles for just $88 down, $88 a month. And our intention is to finance everyone. $88 down, $88 a month. Plus, during the final days of Toyota Talk, Carl Malone Toyota offers you their triple play with a Toyota rebate and TDA match of your down payment. The triple play is back at Carl Malone Toyota, Southtown Auto Mall, Salt Lake City, exit 106, I-15. With approved credit, example 01 Corolla, three payments of $88, 57 remaining payments of $278 at 8 APR with 88 down, negative equity applied, due loan balance offered, and a Visa month.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back to Portland, where the Beavers were victorious tonight over the Stingers by a final score of 7-2. Time now to take a look at what else happened under the lights tonight at PCL and Major League Baseball, brought to you by TE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. At Greer Stadium in Nashville, the Memphis Redbirds took a pair from the Sounds, winning the opening game by a score of 3-1, and taking the nightcap, rallying with 3 runs in the 7th to beat Nashville and former Buzzman Pat Mahomes by a score of 6-4. Al Reyes saved both ends of the doubleheader for Memphis to give him a league-leading 20 saves on the season. Elsewhere, it was Oklahoma beating Kearns Brandon Duckworth by a final score of 5-1. It was Colorado Springs shutting out Omaha on 3 hits, 5-0 the final. It was Iowa coming from behind with 3 runs in the 8th to defeat Albuquerque 6-5. In the 9th at Fresno, Tucson pounding the Grizzlies 9-3. They're in the 9th at Sacramento, Las Vegas 5, and the River Cats 3. And they're in the 8th inning at Tacoma. It's Edmonton 4, the Rainiers 1. If that lead holds, Portland would be up by a game and a half over Tacoma in the North Division. In the American League, they're in the 8th inning at Anaheim. It's the Angels 11 and Detroit 8. The Tigers have the bases loaded with 1 out. 4 home runs for each team in the game. Carlos Pena with a pair for Detroit. Rondell White and Ivan Rodriguez the others. For Anaheim, 4 different players. David Eckstein, Jose Guillen, Rob Quinlan, and Sean Piggins. At Toronto, the Blue Jays beat Baltimore 7-2. It was Oakland 6, Kansas City 1 as the A's scored 5 runs in the 6th inning to break the 1-1 tie. The Yankees came from behind with 1 in the 7th and 2 in the 8th to beat Seattle 6-4. Cleveland pounded Minnesota 7-1 to pull to within 1 game of the first-place wins in the American League Central. David Ortiz, the former Buzzman, with a pair of home runs, his 29th and 30th of the year. The second one, the game winner in the bottom of the 8th as the Red Sox beat the White Sox 4-3. And Texas came from behind to edge Tampa Bay by a score of 6-5. Over in the National League, the Cubs shut out the Dodgers 2-0. Gary Ward the win and his first home run of the year. Giants with 1 in the 6th and 1 in the 8th to edge Philadelphia 7-6. Atlanta scores 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th to come from behind over St. Louis 9-7. Albert Pujols with his 34th and 35th home run of the season for the Cards. Pittsburgh knocked Colorado tonight 6-1. It was Florida ripping Milwaukee 11-1. The Marlins with a 7-run 9th inning as Dontrell Willis gets his 9th win against 8 losses. Montreal hammers Houston 8-3. The Mets 4, Arizona 3. That's the final in shade. And in Cincinnati, the Reds beat the Padres by a final score of 11-5. And that's a look at the other scores around baseball. We'll come back with a recap of the game here in Portland. New highlights coming up next on ESPN 1230.
August 17th through August 24th, your Salt Lake Stingers are back. Don't miss the last Thursday of the season on August 19th. Enjoy $2 beverages at the ballpark. Friday, bring your camera and take photos before the game on Fujifilm Photo Night. Saturday, it's Fan Appreciation Night. Have a chance to win one of over 100 prizes. All games start at 7 p.m. except for Sunday, August 22nd, 2 p.m. start. Monday is Harmon Family Night. Get 7 tickets for only $10. Call 801-465-3800 for tickets or visit StingersBaseball.com.
I am an American soldier.
I am a soldier in the Army National Guard.
I am a warrior and a member of a team.
I live the Army values.
I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough. I am the guardian of freedom
And the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am the Army National Guard. Defend freedom. In the Army National Guard, you can. Visit 1-800-GO-GUARD.com today.
Sponsored by the Utah National Guard. Aired by the Utah Broadcasters Association and this station.
When's the last time you got a bonus? You know, just like that. Well, a $2,000 bonus is waiting for you at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele, because between now and the end of August, you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks for the purchase of a 2003 Honda BTC 1800 motorcycle. You can use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. And right now, you can ride out with a Honda BTX 1800 motorcycle with
3.9% fixed APR for up to 3 years, and 0 down payment upon approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 960 North Main in Tooele and use your $2,000 in bonus bucks on parts or accessories. With your new gear, you're going to be cruising the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Financing available to qualified buyers through July 31st, 2004. Payment example, 36 monthly payments of $29.48 for each $1,000 finance. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back to Portland, where just about everybody is gone except for the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts. We're going to have a sleepover on the field here at PGE Park. The Stingers fell behind 1-0 in the first. Freddie Guzman walked, stole second, moved to third on a sacrifice by Kerry Robinson, and scored on John Knott's groundout. And so Portland led 1-0 after one, but their lead lasted only 3 batters into the second with 2 out and nobody on. Shane Halder came to the plate. Ankersley ready to pitch. Swung on. There's a drive. Deep left field. Not going back. It's up there. It's out there, and it's off the scoreboard. A long home run for Shane Halter, and that ties the game at 1-1. For Halter, his 4th home run in a Salt Lake uniform, and the game was even at 1-1. Both teams had some opportunities to score, but neither could convert until the Stingers batted in the 6th inning. Adam Riggs led off with a single to center field. He moved to second on a ground out to second by Casey Kotzman. He had to hold his ground at second base on the ground out by Andres Galarraga to third, leaving Riggs at second with 2 outs for Dallas McPherson. Hitting Riggs the go-ahead run at second base with 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air towards right. Robinson going back, still going back, jumps at the wall, and he can't get to it. In to score, Riggs McPherson into second base with an RBI double, and the Stingers are out in front 2-1. So a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Stingers, but the lead didn't last for very long, as in the bottom of the 6th inning, Xavier Nady led off. He was hit by the first pitch of the inning from Chris Buchek. He moved to second on a ground out, putting him in scoring position for Ramon Vasquez. Now the 1-0. Vasquez lines one up the alley in right center field, a base hit. That one's going to be cut off at the track, but Nady comes around to score. Into second base with an RBI double is Ramon Vasquez, and the game is tied at 2-2. A 2-2 game at that point, and then the Beavers broke it open in the 7th inning as Freddie Guzman led off with a single. He stole second base. While on second base, he advanced to third on a throwing error on a pickoff attempt by Chris Buchek, and that all took place with Kerry Robinson at the plate. The 2-2 pitch to Robinson on the way. Ground ball, base hit into right field. In to score is Guzman, and it's a 3-2 Beavers lead. A sharply hit ground ball in between Halter and Kotzman, who was pulled in on the right side of the infield. So 3-2 in favor of Portland. Then John Knott came to the plate. He singled to left field. That brought the end of the evening for Chris Buchek. 2-man on and only 1 out. And Joel Peralta came in onto the bullpen to face Xavier Nady. The pitch. Fastball hit in the air to deep left field. That ball's up there, it's out there, and it's over the scoreboard. It actually knocked the light out of the sign above the board. A 3-run homer. Everything missing but the fireworks. It's now a 6-2 Portland lead. And they would add 1 more run in the 8th inning on an infield single by Guzman that followed a triple by J.J. Permaniak. So the Beavers come away with the win tonight by a final score of 7-2. They've taken the first 2 games of this series. We'll come back and let you know who our Stingers Ace Hardware MHP of the game was and preview tomorrow afternoon's contest here in Portland right after this. Final timeout on ESPN 1230.
Mortgage rates have gone up. Hi, this is Scott Borster with Alta Mortgage Group. Mortgage rates have increased recently, so at Alta Mortgage Group, we've created a new program which offers a rock-bottom fixed interest rate for up to 7 years that is flexible enough to allow you to pay a normal payment based on 10, 15, 20, or 30-year mortgage payments. Or just take a breather and just pay the interest rate. You choose. This program sometimes cuts your mortgage payment in half. These rates are so low you'll have to call 628-9400 for a quote. We can also correct inaccurate credit scores that are making you pay higher interest rates on your loans. This problem of inaccurate credit scores is costing consumers millions of dollars per year. Let us help you today. We can help you correct these credit problems. Call 628-9400. That's 628-9400. Or visit us on the web at altamortgagegroup.com. We are here to help you.
Are you trapped in your old car?
Help!
Do you owe more than it's worth?
Oh, my God!
Gee, thanks. Who are you guys?
Carl Malone Toyota, offering you escape from your current lease or loan. Once we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade-in no matter how much you owe and put you into any one of hundreds of new Toyotas or quality used vehicles for just $88 down, $88 a month. And our intention is to finance everyone. $88 down, $88 a month. Plus, during the final days of Toyota Talk, Carl Malone Toyota offers you their triple play with a Toyota rebate and TDA match of your down payment. The triple play is back at Carl Malone Toyota, Southtown Auto Mall, Salt Lake City, exit 106, I-15. With approved credit, example 01 Corolla, 3 payments of $88, 57 remaining payments of $278 APR with 88 down, negative equity applied. New loan balance offers Canada combined.
Broadcasting station.
All right, welcome back to Portland, where the Beavers prevailed tonight by a final score of 7-2. Time now for our Stingers Ace Hardware MHP in the game. The most helpful player of tonight's game, brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Ace, the helpful place. Well, let's see. Could be a number of different people, although certainly nobody really stood out as far as the Stingers are concerned. Nobody with more than one hit in the ball game. We're going to give it, though, to, let's see, we'll give it to Shane Halter, whose home run of the second inning tied the game at 1-1 in the second inning. And so Shane is our Stingers Ace Hardware most helpful player of tonight's game. So the Beavers claim the first two games of this series. Game 3 coming your way tomorrow. Will be on the air 2:45 Mountain Time with the on-deck circle. 3:05 first pitch. It'll be right-hander Steve Green trying to stem the tide for the Stingers against right-hander Brian Sweeney. Steve Green at 5-14 on the year. Brian Sweeney 9-3 for the Beavers. So we hope you'll join us for the broadcast tomorrow. Our thanks to Tony Park back in our studios in Salt Lake City. And our thanks to you for listening once again in 2 hours 35 minutes and in front of 8,091 here at PTE Park. So I guess now with the light being knocked out of the G, as Tony Park told me, it's PE Park here in Portland. The final score, the Beavers 7 and the Stingers 2. I'm Steve Klauke saying so long and good night from the Pacific Northwest.